You're live.
Woohoo! We're live! Alright. Welcome back to another session of Mutant Year Zero Fallen Times. This is Ian Wolf here. I'll take the time to welcome everybody back. This will be session 2 of the game. Give a quick hello to our players. First off, we have Raven playing Fig Jam, the dog handler. Hello. Good day, mate.
Right, good day, mate.
Then we have Zypher playing Sakrin, the four-armed, ever-friendly fixer.
Hello, hello.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Then we have Ghost playing Clanka, the downright scally-looking gearhead. Good evening, Ghost.
Oi, cunt.
Right back at you, you bastard. And finally, rounding out the group is Technock as Benny from Of Mice and Men Mask.
I'm stoked to be here, mate. Yeah.
As right you should be, you dag-nabbit, blast, flarmer, flardle, doodle, gobsmack, dogs, balls, whatever else we were talking about. Clearly, we have no idea how Australian slang works, so bear with us. Quick question before we get into the meat of things. Are there any questions off for y'all? Y'all had a chance to crack books or anything, or anything you can think of?
So I think the one thing that we discussed was getting the canoe and the hot dog cart as what is that? Arc wall items.
Yeah, we'll go into that. I'll do a recap.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then.
The hot dog cart is just scrap. It's just what's considered scrap.
Oh, okay. Then.
Yeah, scrap in a pinch can be used as a barter item. But essentially it's what gearheads use to manufacture stuff. Basically, they take whatever scrap they have on hand, and if they could justify a way to fit it into whatever they're trying to do a die roll for, they kind of come up with an idea. You can like take the wheels and make shoulder guards for armor or some shit like that, a faceplate, or use the wood. Yeah, wood as a structure for some other type of thing he creates. But yeah, the two artifacts y'all had was the umbrella and the canoe, but we'll discuss that in a little bit. But go ahead and do a brief rundown of our previous session. Started off with was overly verbose. That was my way of trying to immerse y'all into the environment. I pray it wasn't too lengthy for any of y'all, but like I said, I went overly detailed to hopefully have enough input go across your eardrums that you managed to go like, oh, okay, well, I was wondering about that. Okay, that little piece sunk in a little bit. Hopefully it did its job.
Consider me baptized.
All right, Dunkin' Donut. But like you said, we met after that. You had an assembly because each session, if y'all start the game in the arc, y'all supposed to hold an assembly. But in this case, we technically ended right as you're going to the arc, right? So we'll handle that a little bit different. But you met some non-player characters after the assembly took place. Had a little bit of interaction. It's kind of like foreshadowing, a scene dropping, trying to get you a little familiarity with the people that are in there. From the general gist of the background, there apparently is something going on with the Arc's water supply. It's either run out or Lord Bandy is up to something. You kind of get that general sensation. Watched y'all interact with each other and proposed a couple projects and rather interesting details. Your boss, Mako, basically said it's time for y'all to cut your teeth, and he was giving y'all the day to go out to the zone and actually try to work as a cohesive group and experience what it's like outside. Your initial encounter was kind of a rough one. Technically, Boz failed a scout roll, then I wound up giving you artifacts, so let's treat it like he just got the bare minimum of a scout roll. Then the encounter just went bad, but y'all proved yourself victorious. Found some goodies, and now you're returning back to lick your wounds, hopefully, and figure out what to do with the spoils you got. Side note, if y'all haven't had the time to finish filling out your sheets, by all means, go ahead. Like I said, buddies are important because as are relationships between yourselves and the non-player characters. It's kind of like if you notice you'll have a relationship map attached to your character sheet in the section. It's basically like what you can use as a notepad, jot down helpful reminders or notations about somebody that you encountered, like, don't like this guy, or this person seems odd, was nervous, concerned about blah blah blah. It's basically just give y'all each a doodle sheet to work with. Also, at the end of each session, we're supposed to do what's called a session body count. This is the apocalypse, and life here is grim. It is literally a struggle for survival. As such, at the end of each session, we're technically supposed to roll 1d6 and see how many people died for whatever reasons and causes. This number can be modified based on the amount of food you have, as well as different outcomes that have. There are some random events that pop up and stuff like that that can modify this number. That being said, I rolled initially, if you see the die 4 in there, I got a 1. So, Fig Jam, if you would, please roll me a die 6. close your arc stats and reduce your population down to 3. As for experience, like I said, there's a handout that shows the different means that you get experience. Last session, I'm just gonna give everybody 2. This one hopefully should give you at least 3 more. Plus, if y'all manage to meet the criteria and stuff like that, then again, these figures I may just go ahead and tag extra on to help speed stuff along. And you can look over the sheet too to see what you can spend them on. That being said, go ahead, give you another chance if you have any questions, because it sounded like somebody was trying to say something while I was talking, so.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, go ahead and continue onward. Pay no attention to that masked man. But the game begins as y'all are triumphantly returning from your first encounter out in the zone. Seated atop a rickety old, leaning to one side, hot dog cart, inside of a canoe lashed to the top of this cart, is was Saccharin doing an oar in each hand and 2 sets of goat horns in the other 2 hands. 2 of your group has been injured. Boz was wounded by acid spit, and Clinker was gnawed upon. Y'all, like I said, y'all were approaching these rather confused-looking guards that are looking at y'all. Current time of day is roughly 11 o'clock, noonish. And immediately the guards kind of get like a confused, somewhat semi-defensive position, and one of them raises up his scrap spear and he's just like, "Oi, you there?" Says, "You back so soon?"
Mask just peeks out from behind Saccharin and says, "Behold our chariot."
Just scrunches his face up, rather bemused and confused looking. Meanwhile, the other one just kind of scratches the top of his head.
Boy, when professionals head out, they come back quickly with the spoils. Open the gates.
And they kind of look at each other, and one shrugs, and then ultimately nods, like, kind of like, "Come on, get out of here," kind of nod to one side. A couple of the guards start moving the makeshift barricade to one side. He's like, "Right, pass."
And when Mask pushes the hot dog cart, he doesn't push it like gently or leisurely. He's basically just gets down kind of almost at football stance and just rockets forward, and is making like sounds like this as he like kind of goes forward and just kind of cuts it to the right, cuts it to the left, tries to make it pop a wheelie, and is like just kind of jerking it everywhere like it's some sort of automobile or something like that, and makes the sound effects along with it.
Oi, oi! Gently now. This thing doesn't have a very nice, cushy seat.
Yeah,
Me balls are nearly squished.
Yeah, Saccharin, I was going to say, go ahead and give me a move roll if you would.
Move roll.
Saccharin dies at the beginning of the session.
I know.
What forced trauma to the skull? How did this happen?
Alright, yeah, as your lovable dimwit of a Goliath friend starts vrooming and going all over the place, it's clear to see to the others and to experience for Saccharin the fact that this thing is not, it's a hot dog cart, sure, but it's not the greatest. It's like where the wood is leaned to one side, immediately slants to the other side and jostles you. And luckily, you managed to like hold on. You basically I guess if you want to, you can drop an oar or two, but literally you have to like grab the sides and just basically hold on to keep inside of the ark as he's doing that.
And Sakrin has to drop the goat horns and hold on tight with the free hands. Oi, Mask! Fool!
Oh, sorry, McClobber. Didn't mean to hurt you. And he kind of like stops and walks over and picks up any oars that are dropped and puts them back in. You want me to carry you?
No. That wouldn't go well with the image I'm trying to project. No, that's fine. Yeah.
You look like you, Sakrin. Handsome as usual.
Yeah, your initial entry into the ark in such a cinematic manner immediately causes the two guards that are moving the makeshift barrier to all but like lunge to one side as you just like burst in between as soon as there's a gap enough to fit the cart. You just like yeah, they kind of like lunge out and they're like, what the hell just happened? And meanwhile, like one of the guards that was scratching his head just kind of looks and you've already hauled ass past him, and so his initial question defers to the group that's now walking behind them with some, distance behind. He just kind of just like looks and he just goes, "What is that?"
It's like you said, mate. It's a chariot.
Yeah. And once Clank is done, he's gonna fix it up for us.
I'm probably not going to do that, but I am going to fix the other stuff, and we got this too. And
Why not the chariot? This is a fine vehicle.
I just look at Mask and look at the chariot and how horribly jangled it is, and just kind of purse my lips like that real disappointed look and just shake my head. Nah, mate.
You have a feeling if you could see Mask's face, he would be disappointed.
Tell the guard it's a chariot, and he just kind of like looks. It's clear to see on his face he has no clue what the hell you're talking about, but he just ultimately just nods in agreement like he just understood what you were saying. Stops scratching his head. They replace the barricade and you make your way inside. Of course, the people that are walking have to catch up to Mask, but luckily he almost threw Sakrin out of the damn thing, so you have enough time to catch up. You make your way inside. You can see various mutants, gathered in their own respective territories and turfs. And Boz immediately starts complaining about his injury. He's just like, this is my fucking arm. It burns. Gotta do something about this.
Do we have a doc?
I told you, damn it, lick it for you. It'd clean it up.
Just kind of like looks at his clothing. He says, I gotta get out of this shirt.
Well, why don't you take it off? And Mask just kind of walks forward and begins to try to take off Boz's shirt for him.
No, he immediately jumps back defensively and bares his fangs and hisses at you. He's like, "Ow! I'll do it myself." And he pulls a little scrap knife off the side of his belt. And he's like going, I gotta get the fabric out of the skin.
That sounds ouchy.
Just kind of rolls his eyes and is like, yes, it'll hurt.
We don't have a doc here, do we? Anybody with any kind of medical talent?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Was if you make your way back to your turf, what you can do technically is the way they do healing for non-broken injuries is you rest for 4 hours, and then you consume one item for what respective damage you take. So technically, long story short, if you rest for 4 hours and eat 2 grub, you go back up. So basically, each grub that you do will heal one rank of damage.
Boz, why don't you go and take a nap while we figure out what to do with all this bounty we have found?
It's like kind of like looks at it and says, don't know about sleeping, but yeah, definitely need to spend some time on this arm.
Yeah,
We
go
got to
do
patch
that.
Clanker up too, mates.
Oh, mate, I'm just gonna take a fucking nap. Maybe look through some of this this scrap here at my little fucking place over here. Make sure that Sheila's not buck naked in there, so I don't walk on something unpleasant. But
Unpleasant? Mask kind of tilts his head. I'll walk in for you.
No, mate. No, I'm just gonna get. Nobody goes in my fucking hut but me. All right, I got stuff in there I need to take care of.
Maybe I just poke my head in.
No, mate. Fucking stop.
He looks at Sacred.
Leave him be, Mask. He has stuff in there that he wants to protect.
That's right.
Well, alright. I wasn't gonna take anything.
I didn't think you would, mate, but I'm a private sort. It's kind of looks a bit shifty. Anyways, that fucking cart you want me to take a look at, yeah? You could bring it by while we're here. I'm just gonna go patch this flesh wound up, and then we'll talk more about this business, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, y'all basically coalesce and semi-disperse. And mechanic-wise, to me, it sounds kind of stupid. It's like, I have to go rest for 4 hours, and as I eat these friggin' rats and roots, and my arm miraculously grows back. No, it doesn't work like that. It's just assume you spend time to tend to your wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we're doing that, we can go ahead and handle some stuff while you're in there. You have indeed returned with 2 artifacts. You need to, technically, this is where it gets a decision time. If you keep them and apply them to your group, they do not benefit the Ark whatsoever. If you go to the Chroniclers and donate them to the Dawn Vault, and they've been identified, which both of them have been identified by Clanker, and in turn, they confer their bonuses to the Ark's development levels. So that's kind of like decision time. Did you want to donate them, or did you want to keep them? And the same thing goes with your generator, Clanker, too.
I'm hiding that fucker until I speak with Mako about it.
Okay. But as for the umbrella, granted this is your first expedition, so most people hoard stuff, but also at the same time you can't go on to other projects unless you have certain levels, and that's one of the ways you raise the levels is by donating artifacts. But if y'all just want to unanimously agree that for now you're just going to keep them both, not worry about it, we can move on to it.
Keep the boat, fuck the umbrella. Give the umbrella to the people. That's my vote. If we decide we want to keep it, then...
Yeah, like a token.
I mean, say, Mask agree with Sacred and whatever he decides.
Well, I think Clanker's got the idea there. The canoe could help us explore further. I guess the umbrella sort of could too, the protective qualities, but yeah, I think donate the umbrella and keep the canoe.
It's fine by
how
me.
does the umbrella benefit the Ark, I guess would be my question.
Once it's donated, it confers a plus +6 technology bonus.
Oh. Yeah, its bonus is nice to avoid the acid rain or whatever, but
you can
D6 tech level for the entire fucking Ark is pretty solid. I think it's way better cost benefit.
I would agree with that.
Hey, oi, Clanker.
Eh?
You think you can make more of these umbrellas now that you've seen how it works?
Shit, mate, I'm not Umbrella scientist? Probably not.
But what is it? It is just a bunch of sticks attached together with a piece of cloth on it. It is not.
No, mate, no. So look here, and I'm just going to try to show him the intricacies of the umbrella and why this is a finely made object that is perhaps lost to us forever. except for the odd bullshit one-off attempt to replicate such a wondrous machine. We will never have this level of craftsmanship. Look, mate, you see here, the way this connects to that, and all these little spriggets here, and it's like pointing out the little, edges that help the fabric fold out. That's mastercrafted, mate. This is from the old times, back when what the fuck is the old man's name? The elder, or what would we call him? Also, what do we call him as well? We call him
the clever man.
This is back when the clever man was a clever boy. Yeah, this is what this was. This was age-old tech we'll never see again. Now I could probably make something in a pinch that maybe might work like this, but you'll never get this fabric. Look at this. And he just kind of tugs on the fabric very lightly. It'll never happen, mate. Much as I would want it to, we'd all have one of these fucking things around if I could do it, but the shame is that.
Fig Jam looks unduly awed as Clanker points out the wondrousness of the umbrella.
Yeah, and now, if you're honestly curious as a human being as to the rule stuff, now, artifacts technically you can't duplicate them, but through the jury rig skill that the gearhead has, he can create the equivalent to what's called a rod suit, which would give you the same thing, +3 protection against the rod. But at default, like he said, it wouldn't be as good because a default jury rig roll just means it's useful against one application. Unless he does a really good job of making it, then he can make it like a degradable item.
Sure, but basically, I mean, you can always attempt to try something even if it's not as exquisite as this umbrella in our hands.
If I have the scrap for it,
Yeah,
I mean, it had to make sense, but
yeah. But you cannot make a canoe though, right? Like that is way harder than like attaching bits of cloth to some sticks. Right, so between the two, giving the umbrella as a donation to the Ark makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I could technically do something to travel on water, but one, it might not work. Two, and then you don't want to be there when it doesn't work. Two, it would only work one good time, so I'm thinking we'd probably be able to take it like one zone over in the water, and then we either run ground or we start fucking swimming in irradiated piss water.
And typically, it's a better idea to have a watercraft that takes you there and back.
Mate, if you can't make an umbrella, I don't think you should try making a canoe.
Exactly.
He can actually increase the gear bonus. In theory, you could duplicate a canoe if you got enough stuns.
Yeah,
you could create something to carry people and give it a gear bonus, but
in theory.
Yeah, in theory. But that's what makes the artifacts so awesome, is they're meant to last,
Yeah, but I guess what I was getting at is it's in a way kind of retrieving lost knowledge, right? Like till today morning, we didn't know what I mean, I don't know if you should call it an umbrella, but we didn't know what this artifact was. We didn't even know it existed, right? So, I guess what I'm trying to get at is like at least it provides some inspiration to come up with some ideas in the future.
Yeah. If you want to look at it that way, but it's not like you didn't know what a hot dog cart was. It's people know what a cart is. It's just it's coming to the realization of, whoa, this isn't something that I build out of fucking rickety sticks and chicken mesh wire and stuff like that. This is something that survived the shit that blew up the world. That this I can't believe this still works. As old as it is and as much shit as it's gone through, that's what makes it an artifact. It's a simple fact.
So what you're saying is that hot dog cart is stronger than all of us put together.
Well, the hot dog cart's just scrap. Scrap is just shit you find. You found an old broken hot dog cart. It's not an artifact. It doesn't do anything. It's just
I use that to make things that work.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I could make a hot dog cart that could work for one scene.
Yeah, think of scrap more along the lines of spell components,
building materials.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Building
Cool.
materials for idiots, and I'm the chief idiot in this sector. So
Alright, so you're wanting to donate the umbrella. Alright. Also, last session, nobody officially came up with projects, but, well, not officially, y'all inferred them. Looking over y'all's suggestions in the last session, it looks like the pigsty and the zone wrestling projects were what were strongly hinted at.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how technically y'all weren't in the arc and it's the same day and all that stuff, what I did for the start of the session is I had the people nominate a project, a single project. If you look at the arc sheet, you'll see the list of projects. Go ahead. I think I just showed it to everyone.
Oh, nice.
What we can go ahead and do is handle the roles for that, because technically it would have happened last session. But it looks like we'll go ahead and get your roles out, then we'll encompass it in some role play as we move on to the other stuff. But now technically it shows you 2 skills that are needed for each project. Like an example, pigsty would be endure, know the zone. That would be what you would roll. If you technically if you suck at that skill and you don't want to risk rolling it, you can also do what they call the help other or aid others. So like if Boz was going to make the know to zone roll on the pigsty to basically spend some time looking for pigs or stuff like that, or if somebody has endure to endure the pig shit and the act of like building the stuff, in a short amount of time, basically a pen and stuff like that. You could aid that one person. One person can have up to 3 people assist him. Each aid gets him an extra a modification die. You don't have to. You don't have to. Like if you nominate a project, you don't have to work on the one you nominated. You can work on another. What it looks like is General Yaku, who's been preaching about better defenses and armament. He's basically put in his vote towards a defensive this session. Wants to increase the defenses. So y'all have 3 projects to work from. We can go ahead and get that out of the way.
Okay, so do we roll for boss or?
Yeah, well, it all depends. I'll handle y'all. I'll handle y'all first. I'll consider. I'll just go down the list. Fig, is there any of these 3 projects you wish to roll on, or do you wish to help somebody?
Unless Fig can use his Sick-a-Dog, then he's better off helping because he's not any good at any of these.
Okay. Sakharin, do you wish to work on any of these? You could manipulate to basically say that you spread gossip about maybe trying to relieve stress and deviate their minds off of the thirst by setting up pit fights. You could have basically technically nominate they would be fighting against Mask.
Yeah, that's
shit
exactly
like that, yeah. And that would in turn allow you to use your manipulate skill. And turn Ghost, is there any of those that you wish to try and do, or you wish to aid somebody? Or?
I'll probably do the brain work of trying to know the zone for the pigsty.
Okay.
Actually, endure might actually be better to get things fucking set up and wade through shit in order to deal with it, so I can build things around there.
So you wish to roll on pigsty. Zypher wishes to roll on zone wrestling. Mask, do you wish to?
Yeah, I'll do the zone wrestling.
Zone wrestling, use your fight skill. So, okay, so that would be kind of cool. The 2 of y'all pair off and basically, come here, don't you want to punch this fucker in the face?
You want to punch me?
I bet you can't kick his ass.
I'm just a little boy.
Fig Jam will assist Clanker.
Fig Jam and the dog will go, yeah, that makes sense. Try to root out some pigs and stuff like that. Alright, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead. Ghost for the pigsty. Which skill are you going to do?
Probably endure, and then they're both the same. So
Okay. Roll your endure, and then roll that. You do one modification die after that, which is Raven's assistance.
would that be just I'd add one for the gear dice, or?
If you wanted to do that, yeah, that's technically, yeah, mod die is a skill die, so. Right, and that's with the added one. Okay.
Yep.
So y'all going about looking for pigs during the downtime. Sadly, you can't find any pigs. Now we'll see how it goes on the inside with the whole trying to set up pit fighting. That would
Okay.
be, yeah, that's both of y'all. Yeah, both of y'all are going out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2 separate roles. I'm assuming it'd be fight for Tet and manipulate for Zypher.
Okay, no gear dice, correct?
No, you don't have any gear that goes to Zypher. Oh man. So you got 2 points towards Zone Wrestling Project. And nothing for the others. Well, I'm trying to time stuff, right? Just remind me, Zypher, when we get to the right point, that I'll have you roll for the pigsty. Sounds confusing now, but you'll understand as it goes on.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So we got those rolls out of the way. And we got that. Okay. That looks like all the mechanic stuff. Incorporate all that stuff into... Alrighty. Y'all gonna rest for 4 hours. You're gonna eat 2 grub, Clanker, to recuperate your damage. Alright, please take away 2 grub, and you can get rid of you can bring your strength rating back up.
Did it.
Boz will do the same thing. Alrighty. That is the logistical stuff out of the way. Let's put it all into colorful abbreviation. Basically, as you come back with the hot dog cart and stuff like that, you just decide to check up on things. You notice Boz is kind of taking it easy, scraping bits of garment from his flesh and tending to his wound, trying to make sure it doesn't friggin' he's like rubbing mud and whatever herbs you can find and just coating it down real good, make sure the damage isn't too bad, and he kind of takes it easy for 4 or 6 hours. Clanker kind of does the same thing, but as y'all are going on, you notice that words started to spread around about certain activities. You notice that a couple people come up to Saccharin and Mask, a couple mutants like that. They're going, they kind of look a little stressed. Couple even though like from General Yaka's people, like protectors, they're like, hey, you there? I hear you start some kind of fighting circuit going on.
You did hear right, my friend. And I have just a challenger for you.
One of them looks at Mask and he kind of puffs his chest up at him. He says, we gotta fight him?
What? You look like a tough soul. You want to fight, mate? He just kind of like touches his arm. See, flabby. Real flabby. Easy fight.
How can I say only one eye? Sure fat. They kind of like nudging each other. And see word's starting to take on. They're asking for more information about it. And Fig Jam, you and Clanker, Clanker kind of uses his brain to come up with a logical idea to make a couple snare traps and stuff like that, and to other stuff to look for. You've poked out while you were out and about exploring previously and set a couple regular snare traps. And so far, you don't see any signs of pigs in the area. Just kind of saddening. Eventually you start to see Mako around in your general vicinity, and he kind of like does a double take to acknowledge that you're actually here, and he kind of dismisses the person he was walking with and just strides over, and he's just like, right, what the hell y'all doing back? He looks up at the clouded sky, and he's like, oh, it's not night time.
No, Mako, we brought back some interesting things.
A chariot.
As soon as you say interesting things, and before you say chair, it just kind of immediately responds back. Did you find any water?
Yes, we did. And it's cold. That's what Boss told when he jumped into it.
Kind of like looks at you mean that? It's still too cold, huh?
Mm-hmm. But no, if you're talking about drinking water, we didn't find any.
I wish you would have. Things are starting to get edgy around here. He's like looking at y'all, and y'all general, not really laid about, but just, just kind of like looking at it. He's like, I found a chariot.
Oh.
Show.
Mask nods and gets behind the chariot, pulls it up and goes vroom, 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 and then begins to run around in a circle around Mako. You want to get in? Take a ride?
And Mako initially begins to spin his body around with you, then he realizes you're doing it repeatedly. He just kind of stops and cranes his neck periodically. Just kind of like looking at it, he raises an eyebrow, clearly acknowledging the fact that this thing is not an actual thing. It's like a composite construction. It's clear to see with the Jethro Bodine rope wrapped around the freaking center of it.
Clanka said he can fix it.
No, I didn't. I never once fucking said that. But anyway, we did find other things that are useful. He just shows Mako the umbrella.
He's not clear what it does, but he's definitely acknowledges the fact that it's nothing that anybody around here has made. His eyes kind of go a little wide.
Pop it open and hold it over my head.
He actually flinches back and clenches his fist. Knuckles go white defensively, as if it scared him.
Now, I was looking at this thing, and what I think it does is it protects your head from water. You know how we have those acid rains, yeah? This, will help someone, at least. Maybe the Dawn Vault can take a look at it. Kind of shrugs.
You done found one of them artifacts?
2 actually, but one we may need. And I did want to speak with you a bit later if you're not busy.
Kind of scratches his belly. It's kind of yeah, I don't see a problem with talking to you later.
All right, and then we're probably gonna go back out, I'm thinking, but we may need this one, and going over to where the canoe is. If we do, just show it to him.
Kind of give him the general rundown of what you figured out it does, and he just kind of chuckles heartily. He's just like going, "Oh, I've never been scared of water. Quite the opposite. I'll do my best in the water."
What does he mean? Looks at Sacred.
He means that he likes the water in more ways than one.
Yeah, Mako kind of smiles with his shark-toothed smile, and he pinches his tapered nose and leans in and goes wide-eyed at your mask like he's trying to scare you. He just does a puffing motion, like you pinch your nose and you blow out, and when he does, you see gills pop open on either side of his neck. He just goes.
Are you okay? I seen a man like that cut his neck. He died. He thinks like the gills might be like somebody slit his throat suddenly, and he kind of looks to both sides, all concerned.
He just kind of realizes that his prank has backfired. He just shakes his head a little despondently. And, I'm fine. So you lot I'm worrying about, don't down around too long. Still want to see how you do out there. Yeah, basically, if y'all want any questions to ask with him, if not, I'll just assume that y'all are spending the next X amount of time healing up and regrouping, and assuming y'all would go back out.
Yeah. I would probably at this point try to speak to him about the generator at my place.
Yeah, you pull him aside, he listens intently. Once again, we're quite sure what you're talking about, but he likes the idea. He found a generator, something that could produce power, and he kind of shrugs like, we don't have anything to light really, but then you start talking about applications that it might be able to use, and he gets real intent. It's like, I plan on sending that one to the vault, do you?
Well, I wanted to bring it up with you first because I know a lot of tensions going on around here. Anybody can see it between all the work groups, so I don't know. My thought was if we are going to give it to the vault, then you should be the one to do it. Something that you found may raise confidence in people, yeah?
He looks and actually looks like he admires the thought process behind you saying that. Then his face grows kind of heavy as he ponders. He's like, it would be a sweet idea, but might be best to keep it in the family, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, keep it for ourselves for now. I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, after all, we do all the work in this place. Won't come in handy.
Well, it's locked in me shack. Only you and I know about it. So, well, as far as I know anyway. So I'll keep it locked away. Keep tabs on it. And if we ever got any ideas we want to break it out on, I'll fire it up and see if I can make it work.
Oh, sounds good. You do that. Keep it all tucked away, nice and safe.
Yeah, that'd pretty much be that on my end.
Yeah. Dismiss himself, mumbling something about, where is that Sheila gone off to? Damn you, Finn! Like he's looking for his little sister.
Oh, shit, we owed her a shiny. Oh, I'm gonna give her that necklace. Never mind. Never mind. The hair necklace from Matt.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mask threw away the tongue belt that he was going to give her, too.
Yeah, what a shame. What an amazing find that would have been. But yeah, that's all I had. So I'm good to go back out when everybody handles their business.
All right. So basically, I'll spend your time, get the logistical stuff, and lick your wounds, so to speak. And ultimately, it's about, let's say, 11, tack on another 2 hours, about 1-ish. Y'all head back out to the zone. This will be the first part of... Remember, Zypher, when I told you to remind me at the end about making a roll?
Yep. For the pigs.
Yeah, this will be the first part of explaining that. Me and Zypher talked a little bit previously, and with what's coming up, also the simple fact that Sakharine is more of a social character, so he really does stuff in the arc, and the fact that Bo was unable basically bowed out this month. We're gonna let him in the zone. Zyph will handle Boz from now on.
Nice.
And yes, he'll be running 2 characters, but he's pretty much Saccharin gonna be kind of in the background. And it's also gonna make more sense once we get closer to the end of this session. You realize what's going on. But also give you a chance to explain the mechanics of how things work for the Know the Zone. But like I said, it's about 1 o'clock, and y'all decide to head back into the zone. There is a sheet on there with zones explore, or the sectors explored. I made a notation that you went to that one, but you can basically head to whichever location you want.
Well, if we're going for water, maybe we should just keep going. It looks like there's water north of there too. Or
we could go
there,
east.
Yeah. Yep, we can go there too.
How much do we okay, so let me stop me when it gets meta, but what do we know about, do we know anything about the zone to the east of us? Do we know that there's actually a river there, or?
Yeah, you can see the water, once you get out into the zone. It's not like y'all have lived, you can't go outside. It's assumed that people have gone outside. You know that this arc is built on a river, and the river runs to the west and runs to the east.
Sounds good. So now I'm going to be Boz.
Hi. Well, we went to the west. What about we go to the east? The water must come from somewhere.
Which way we going? This way? And he points south. Or this way? And he points kind of northish.
No, Mike.
No.
Opposite.
Let me do that for you.
So Boz goes up to Mask, holds him by his shoulder, and starts rotating him slowly 90 degrees to the east.
That way, Mask. That way. We need to go that way.
Oh, that way. All right.
What about you fellows? You want to come along?
Well, of course, boss.
They
All right.
kind of fucking pigs, so yeah, I guess I'll come along.
All right. Now, last time was a fuck up. It was my fuck up, and I paid for it. This thing still hurts, though. Well, hopefully we don't do the same thing now.
Well, you should let damn it. Lick it.
That mangy mutt will make it worse. No. If somebody got to lick it, I'm gonna lick it myself. There, it's better now.
Mask scratches his chin, very confused.
Fig Jim scratches Dammit says, "That boss is a whacker. You're not mangy, boy."
And y'all are gonna head east?
East it is.
Yep.
Alrighty. Boss, you need to make a Know the Zone roll.
Okay.
As you're doing that, I will generate some stuff.
Could you give me access to Boz's sheet?
It does have, did I not hit save? It says can be edited and controlled by Zypher.
No, when I click on his sheet, I just see the... Wait, does it mean I need to leave the game?
You might need to refresh.
Yeah, 1 minute. There we go. Much better.
Have good skill too. You just like poop.
Oh no.
You could technically push it if you wanted to, but one success is enough for. Actually, one success on him, since he's a scavenger, means that if there's any artifacts in the area, he finds them. He would need stunts to. He would need stunts to actually find a safe course through. I'm sorry, it's not neither the zone. It's find the path. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, here we go. This would be wits, correct? Attribute?
Yes.
Says agility on there.
Oh!
Oh. This is feeling familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to push the roll? If you do, you take a point of agility.
A point of what?
You take a point of agility damage. You basically become fatigued as you're. As it stands now, you're going through into the zone.
I'm gonna push it.
And that's the blue button with the arrow sign pointing.
Okay. You +2 modifier, find a path. Does the +2 modification already apply to that roll? Which I just did, find a path?
Oh, that's right, scavenger. No, go ahead and add 2 modification dice.
So you want me to roll it again?
No, there should be on the token. Oh no, you don't have the token for that. I'll do it over here. Mod dice. That's better. I'm sorry, I was generating what was going on at the same time.
No problem.
Yes, scavenger, you get 2 modification to find the path. So that's what that is, it adds to it. You got 1 success. Normally 1 success means that you would find a safe path and spot any threats in the zone before they spot you.
Mm-hmm.
But since he has the scavenger, it replaces that success result with the one that's under the stunt. You find an artifact in the sector, there's one. You still might have to struggle to get your hands on it. And that normal success goes down in the stunts. So it's going to wind up like before. You're going to, if there's any artifacts in this encounter, you'll find them, but you don't manage to spot the critters before they spot you if there's anything in this zone.
Okay, so then I'm still going to push it then. Okay. So if I'm getting this right, the 1 success is going to help us find the artifacts. If we don't completely fuck up, what else is going to happen between now and that point?
Yes.
And to make the chances of not fucking up, I'm going to push the previous roll, so I hopefully find the right path. Sounds good?
You would click the blue oblong button underneath the find the path roll. That'll push that. I'm just trying to see if the do modification dice get pushed too.
Okay.
Oh shit, 3 mutations. Oh god, dude. What's your agility?
5.
This might be bad.
You got 2, 3. Just trying to get clarification if modification dice. Yeah, modification dice go through too. Okay. So you have a total of 4 successes, 3 mutations.
3 mutations.
You have 4 successes. The first is going to go to artifact. You then have 3 stunts that you can spend on the find the path. You can choose whichever 3 stunts you wish. But you are going to suffer 1 point of damage or 1 point of fatigue for pushing yourself. It's an agility skill. Then you're going to... Oh man, this is gonna suck. And it's an agility skill too.
Yeah, wouldn't he
You lost it.
wouldn't he take as many trauma as he rolled mutations?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's taken a total of 4 fatigue.
God.
But he gets to roll. He gains 3 mutant points, 3 mutation points. All y'all should have 2 because you gained 1 at the beginning of the session. Boz now has 5. And okay, that's how you get it. Yeah. He has 5 mutation points, but man, he is gonna suck shooting. All right, I made the adjustments to your sheet.
Okay.
Just need to know what your 3 stunts are going to be on the know the zone or the find the path. I'm sorry.
Okay. Where are the stunts? Like under? Do you know what page number the
Oh,
stunts are?
it didn't show. I clicked show players.
Oh, there it is.
Pushing
Sorry,
roll.
it was behind the. It was behind the character sheet I was looking at. Okay.
Everybody else is getting spammed. Yeah, you can use 1 to find a safe path and spot any threats before they spot you. That would be a good one to spend it on.
Yeah. So there's that. Definitely that.
And then you have 2 more you can spend, and that's the you can access a general level of rot in the area. You can find bullets. You can find contaminated grub. You can find rot-free water. Or you can make the exploration of the sector only take half the time, which is 2 hours instead of 4.
Water, probably.
Yep. So 3 of them.
Yeah, or you can rush to the sector in a quarter of the time, 1 hour, but you avoid everything, but it doesn't count as being explored.
Nah, forget that. So the one to find the threats before they find us, rations of rot-free water, and given that it's 1 o'clock, exploration of the sector only takes half the time.
Okay, so 2 hours. All right, go ahead and roll die 6 for your water.
Okay. Shit. Here we go.
Not bad, boy.
Add that to your sheet,
To my sheet. Okay.
to Boz's sheet.
Yeah, the border sheet. Okay. I see. So it's Boz finds the water, or we as a group find that water?
No, Boz does. It's basically this is the stalker is the one that's charting the course for everyone to follow.
I see.
Given all the roles and the results he's taking, he's basically led them a little, like, aha, don't worry, I won't fuck up like last time. And into the travel, he's starting to realize I have really no clue anything about this area. I'm starting to fuck up like last time. As such, he really exerts himself to like going, I'm not going to come off as a dumbass. I'm going to show these people what a stalker's made of. And he starts getting real nervous and starts trying to find an area. And about the point where everybody's probably about to go, what are you doing dicking around? We're just going around the same area and stuff. The stress and stuff has gotten to you, and initialize something in your bestial aspect, because he is a corpse eater and they have like a biting ability and stuff like that. He starts getting really frustrated. You know how people, when they get nervous, they're nervous eaters and stuff. You're just wishing you had something to eat. I don't care. I don't want another dead rat, whatever the hell, And he gains mutation points. Basically, he can tell there's something going on inside. As he's gaining the mutation points, he starts to realize he's also getting really fatigued. It's like a treacherous place of basically treacherous terrain in the area, or whatever you want to call it. You got water on one side, you're trying to navigate a safe path through. Ultimately, you do find an area, and instead of taking the full 4 hours, you just basically, let's say you dicked around for an hour, then you cut to the chase right at the last minute, and it's only taking you 2 hours to find the area that you're about to go into. But you're going into it feeling really hungry and agitated, and also very tired. That's why you have 4 levels of fatigue on you. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna basically make them really shitty to do agility skills, and hopefully nothing will dish out agility damage to you if you encounter anything whatsoever. But I generated what you're going to encounter, so we'll go ahead, preview the map first to make sure I don't have anything exposed. Alright.
Are you sure you can fucking see this time?
I did see fine. Yeah, there was a problem up ahead, but I think I circumvented it. Took a little longer than I thought we would get here, but we are here finally.
You guys kind of who's closer to boss can kind of hear those when your stomach rumbles with hunger, those deep moans that kind of emanate from within your bowels.
But as he navigates an area that's kind of like assume you were traveling alongside like the road alongside the river. It's like one area is crumbled, like big chunks taken out of it, and like following the terrain was too soft to navigate, so he had to like backtrack, and you actually had to climb over some obstacles and go through the crumbled remains stuff. As you breach what's normally a desolate type of setting of debris, it winds up going. You start to notice sparse bits of growth and overgrowth and undergrowth as you're traveling through, and looks like the area ahead is totally overgrown with sparse wildlife here and there, and it starts to become thicker and thicker. And in turn, as you make your way inward, that's when you come across some areas that you notice that condensation of water and stuff is starting to pool on some of the leaves of these plants. You accumulate 3 days worth of water off of like the runoff of stuff. You find places like it's still safe to drink. That's where you get your stuff from. But as you go through the remains, you notice that the ruins up ahead, the remains are overgrown. Looks like this area it could be something from the river running up into it stuff. But instead of being dull, desolate, decayed wasteland, crumbling ruins and stuff, it's actually overgrown. And since Boz is leading y'all along one area, kind of stabilizing, it's like vines covered everywhere up ahead on the broken fragmented remains of the streets. And looks like it opens up into the most prominent feature in this area. It's like a little expansive stretch of buildings. And you see the rusted out shells of what used to be vehicles. Totally look like they've been scorched, and contents, interiors have been burned out. They're now overgrown with like these vines and stuff like that. And you can see looks like it's opening up in one area. It's a parking lot, what we know, but it's just like an open area, and you see two solid buildings up ahead. If you wish to make a couple squares movement, see which way you're going. Like I said, the ravaged, cluttered streets open up into fancy stretch of buildings, and as you trudge along, there's one area in particular that begins to catch your interest. It's up here, around here to the northeast. See among the ruined husk of vehicles, you see a rather large, damaged letter Y on the ground up ahead. And it's looks like it's fallen down from somewhere up above, and it's like laying on its side, kind of leaned up against the side of the building. Faded colors, maybe at one time it's like a pinkish color now. Maybe it was red at one time. Looks like as you look down to where it's fallen, you look up and you see that maybe there was a sign or something up there above its current location. Can't quite tell what it is. Looks like maybe there's more letters. You know how like they have the glass marquees attached to the side of a building, you know, like the raised bas relief letters and stuff attached, identifying the building. It seems like there's other letters, but it's hard to tell. You can tell whatever it said originally doesn't look very long. It's like maybe there's a letter C, or it could even be part of a broken letter O near the end of it. But irregardless, you see that the majority of the buildings here appear to be structurally intact. Pretty much kind of draw your attention.
Okay. Is there some role I can do to kind of assess my surroundings, or all of us can assess our surroundings?
Y'all can continue to move, yeah. Or you got the roll, so you'll spot, yeah.
Okay.
You should probably check out some of these buildings. I'd like to check around in there for some tinkering.
Mask will not leave Sacred.
No,
Far.
Sacred is kind of little bit behind Mask, but he's kind of trailing him, keeping the Mask's large torso in front of him all the time.
Shit, I just didn't show y'all something, did I?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I was trying to move one of the pop-ups. I want to make sure I didn't click show to everybody.
No.
Oi, Clanker. What's all this then?
So what, mate?
All these things with wheels on them. Are these wheels? Can we use any of this shit?
Look at it, and it looks all kinds of fucked up, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like melted, slagged, hard plastic that hurts just regular bare rims, whatever.
Yeah, I'd go kick it, and it's like, well, they're wheels, but it's got no get up and go, mate. We just had to fucking push it. It'd be a waste of time. Could maybe get some good scrap off of it, but again, that'd take ages. Probably need a fucking team to clear this out and bring it back. If we really wanted it.
What about that there then? You see that thing on the ground? I don't know what it is. Right here.
Is this like a fucking big trash can, or what is that?
Another one that he's
was
talking about, the Y that had fallen down.
Yeah, it looked like a big letter. It's like a big letter Y falling down from a sign up above, and it's like on its side, leaned up against the side of the building.
Can go look at it, see if there's anything we can pull from it, but probably just more scrap. Not that there's anything wrong with scrap, mind you.
Oi, you guys. You know we're not in here for a stroll for a park. Why don't you guys start spreading around? A little bit more.
Go ahead and let you move, damn it. Then everybody hold up a second. if you would please, everybody give me a scout roll.
Oh, what? Okay. Yeah. It says Saccharin, but it's actually Boz, which I just.
Yeah, if you notice in the player it says Boz.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, those of y'all got at least one success. You notice as you're approaching the letter Y, you kind of see like on the face of the building that it's leaned up against. Kind of looks like an image or something attached to the wall. Maybe a poster that's geared to it or something. But it's like the faded remains of an image. It's got like a small person. Kind of reminds you of when y'all were younger, you know, smallish, cherubish type face, you know. Y'all know what kids are, you know. It's just, you know, it just kind of looks kind of odd to see a picture of a child against the side of the wall. And can't really make out what it you know, is wearing and stuff like that. But the face, what remnants of it is, it definitely looks happy, cheerful, almost welcoming. As y'all start to approach. I'll start to move a little bit further. Did y'all hear something?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would stop immediately and pull my machete out. What the fuck was that?
Didn't sound too friendly.
Yeah, y'all try to stay where you're at as far as movement wise.
Look at Dammit to see if Dammit barked or something.
Well, Boz is amongst the first of you to actually notice. But in turn, y'all managed to hear the grunting sound. It's basically rounding the corner of what looks to be like a back alley of some kind. You hear the gruff sounds of something bestial approaching. You start to see the shadowy silhouettes form as you spot six rather unusual looking creatures emerging from the alleyway.
What the fuck?
If y'all, as they actually emerge, y'all can each do a know the zone if you want. Just let me know if you get at least one success. I'm trying to see a modifier.
I got some.
I know it.
There's a -1 modifier, so if you're success on your skill, I'll look at it. So, know the zone. Fig Jam, no. Clanker, yes. Boz, no. Mask, yes. Notice amongst the first of them that approach around the corner. Can y'all see them for your current?
Oh, I can.
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
see two of them.
Yeah.
Can Raven? Can you see anything?
He's about to.
That may be one of them that I can just barely see.
Does it look like a bear? Oh, there you go.
You notice out in front, it's a large bear, but it's walking upright like a human would. and it's wearing like a pair of cracked shades on over its eyes and nose, and it's got like the tattered remnants of a short sleeve blue shirt. And he has a gun holster on his side. Looks to be holding a scrap pistol. Behind him is a feral-looking feline of some kind, also walking upright. And it's got like bones and feathers amidst its mane of hair. It's got a bow over one shoulder and appears to be arguing with a dog that's next to it. Dog is more like a dog man. It's got like a snakeskin cowboy hat on top of its head and a pair of boots. And behind that, you see looks like to be a chimpanzee, pretty much a monkey. And it's husky, broad-chested, bow-legged. It's got like an odd, dull yellow plastic hat on its head, kind of looks like a turtle shell. It's got a spear in one hand, and it's got an odd-looking gray curved box in the other. And behind them, for those that you can see, you also see another canine of some kind, really dark-furred and sleek. Real sleek, sheeny fur. Appears to have ironically, the dog has dog tags and a military cap on its head, and it's wearing kind of like really loose, torn, shredded fatigues. And adjacent to him is probably about 4 foot tall, looks to be like a very mischievous looking rodent of some kind. Can't quite tell if it's a rat, wombat, whatever, but its whiskers grow really thick and stick out almost like it's a big bushy mustache. It's got a black leather cap on top of its head and kind of like fingerless gloves and open black leather vest, but it doesn't wear any pants. Its tail's kind of like cut off a section of it. It doesn't go down to a tapered point. Pretty much he's got genitalia just hanging out, bobbing in between his legs as he's walking. But they all seem to be haven't quite yet.
Oh my god. I don't even know how to react to this. Am I familiar with the general demeanor for beast mutants, or is this just like a case-by-case basis of some are fucking insane and other ones are just like regular people?
Well, this is the village animals.
But their general demeanor is they're bickering amongst themselves right now in animalistic fashion. They haven't really acknowledged you. Demeanor-wise, you've heard tales of animals that walk upright. You haven't seen any, but you could go both sides of the fence. They're bestial by nature, so however you would take that into account, some animals are nice to people, other animals, could go either way, to be perfectly honest.
So when they're bickering, are they like using language to bicker, or are they just like it's like animal noises to each other?
It seems to be more than anything they're arguing over what they're gonna do next. Like, where should we go? Where are we going next? We do like always, stay together in a pack. Let's see if we can find anything else.
I think being generally dumbfounded and awestruck at first is what I'm going to lean back on until the eventual confrontation comes about. And then we'll see what happens.
So Mask is standing there kind of out in front, and he's like, "Oi, look at that. I think is it a bear?" And he like starts waving. "Hey, bear, over here. Big boy." And he just kind of...
Oh, God.
"And a Poochie. Come here, Poochie."
Boss kind of, Mask, shut it. He looks back.
Sakharin, they seem to be talking to each other. You think you can talk to them? Hmm. Hmm.
As soon as you say, hey, bear, and as Saccharin's moving up to respond, you notice them, the first three automatically turn. They immediately become defensive. They kind of like, the bear lets out a big guttural, like. The other two kind of fall. Trying to do it angular, damn it. Beside him, the monkey quickly clambers up. The other two pop up behind. They'll they kind of hunch down. You can see they grab their weapons and brandish them defensively. Bear just kind of like does like up on hinds. He's got his arms out. He just like lets out a big.
Whoa, you're a big one.
He immediately goes, "Come no closer."
Saccharin at that point kind of steps out of Mask's shadow and he says, We do not mean to come any closer. We are just exploring the place, just like you pleasant folk. Just exploring. We want no trouble. None whatsoever. I can say we are pleasantly surprised by your...
I'm gonna have to interject. Bear just kind of like looks and he just immediately waves a paw at you and he goes, "You don't speak now. Me am speak. I macho man." And immediately the two beast mutants behind him, they like go, "Yes, he macho." And then the others start to accompany him and they go, "Macho man, let macho man speak."
Oi, Saccharin, maybe we should let the macho man speak.
Yeah. What I'm worried about is whether the macho man becomes savage later. But we shall see.
Oi, big fella, go ahead.
Sniffs the air and lets out a disgruntled guff. Takes a step, waddles forth, and just like goes, snorts in the air, and "You are domain." Starts clawing at his chest. He goes, "Everything here ours."
Mask just looks at Clanker and Saccharin, and then back to Fig Jam, trying to find him, kind of confused about where he is. And then
You notice the dogs automatically start snarling, as if they're trying, basically being kept in check. Just like, especially when they sniff the air and spot Dammit down there, and Dammit's response is pretty much the same.
Mask doesn't say anything.
All right. This is your domain. We simply crossed it without knowing. We shall take your leave and not interrupt in whatever you are planning to do today. How about that?
Cocks his head and can't quite tell, but it doesn't look like he has much fathom on what you're saying. And the rat immediately takes a step forward and starts chattering. He's like a hissing sound, and Monkey kind of slaps him out of the way and then seems to be going over to the two dogs. And Bear kind of actually turns back at him and shuts him up with a grunt. He starts looking and he goes, "You go." You think he's giving you the green light to go, then he goes, "But first." He rubs his stomach with his claws and he goes, "Food! Give us food!" Water. It's ours anyway.
Mask looks at Sacrum and like pokes him in the shoulder, and he's like, "Oi!" Turns back and I can talk, and he says, "You know any pigs?"
Clanker just puts his head in his hands like, oh, fuck.
Looks down at you, and the monkey kind of cocks his head, steps over, and you notice the cat with the stuff in its mane of hair is starting to taper its ears back flat and hiss in Damit's direction. Then he looks at you when he asks about pigs. He's kind of like rustles his shoulders back and forth, and the monkey's like going, and he just like going, says, "Pig, no pig, you give us our stuff, food, water." The monkey holds up a finger and apparently likes something that Saccharin has. The glasses on his face, it looks like he's pointing. He's like, "Oh, you give us everything."
Saccharin, mate, how fucking fast can you run?
Oh, I can run pretty fast, mate. Very, very fast. What I'm worried about is they're going to still catch up with us. And we seem to be 1, 2, 3, 6 outnumbered a little over here.
Mask looks at Sacrum, but you got
We're not
me.
giving him the fucking stuff, because I'm not giving him my fucking food or the water.
No, neither am I, and I'm pretty sure none of us are. And I don't like the way they're looking at Dammit.
Maybe I'll tell them that this stuff ain't theirs, and they'll leave us be.
No, mate. Clanker's trying to think. Oh, maybe we try to mislead him, yeah? Get him to go someplace where we may get a jump on him. Hey, we've got food and water over here. Yeah, fuck off, here it is. And then we fucking gun him down, yeah?
Oh, Clanker, you are really smart, aren't you?
I'm sweating and freaking out.
Yeah. Monkey waddles up behind the bear and actually climbs up him. You know, does like the waddle, raises an arm, grabs his leg, and uses his feet to climb up. And he's like on his shoulder, perched like a parrot now, and he's looking almost as if he's watching and trying to discertain and acknowledge what y'all are trying to talk amongst yourselves.
Well, the only thing I can think of is they ain't getting me glasses. Without the glasses, I can't see the world as it is. Maybe we leave one grub per person, walk away.
I say, give us everything! Me am Macho Man! And they're all like, Macho, Macho, Macho Man!
Technically, wouldn't you be Macho Bear?
He insult us! And so we take everything!
At that point, Boz is kind of sick and tired of this bullshit. He's just gonna fire his scrap rifle at the bear. So.
Yeah, Mask doesn't like people threatening Sacrum, so he's pretty perturbed
They
for
ain't getting
him.
my stuff. Not a word of it, not a bit of it.
He just lifts his rifle and it's go time.
Everybody please roll initiative, and you notice as your actions warrant reactions from them, they immediately spread out and take a offensive/defensive stance. The monkey quickly backflips off of the bear's shoulder, lands down, and as he lands down, you notice the odd gray box he has in his hand. He sets it down on the ground and uses a knuckle, and he pushes the side of it.
What the fuck?
It's time for combat, boys.
What the fuck? This is fucking bonkers, mate.
So he turned on the radio. Is that what I'm saying? Really?
I must be fucking yammered.
I'm gonna use mutations are technically an action. Is that right? Well, I have one. I have extreme reflexes. I can add 5 to my initiative roll at the beginning of combat.
Yeah, you'll add 5 to your result.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Everybody roll.
Maybe I want to do that.
Fig Jam has a 5 agility. Monkey beat Fig Jam. And the cowboy beat the monkey and Fig Jam. And Mask agility is
Mass would
5.
plus 5. He'd be right behind the dog soldier.
Yeah.
Dog soldier would go first.
And that cost me a mutant point, right?
I will say since you made the scout roll, you would be able to use it if you wanted to. That would bring it up to a 13. Oh, is it plus 5 per mutant point?
Just plus 5. Oh yeah, I guess I could do it. No, it's not per mutant point, just plus 5.
Okay. Oh, why did I add that? I added it to the wrong person. Added it to Fig Jam.
It doesn't say this cost me a mutant point. It just says add plus 5 to your initiative roll at the beginning of conflict. So.
Yeah. In order to activate it, you have to spend at least 1 mutant point.
Uh-oh.
We win.
Everybody gets a free turn, except for them.
Yeah, because you did technically get you spotted them before they spotted you, so you can give something away. Just looking at the dog soldier, you're underneath the dog soldier mask 4, yeah. Everybody else appears to be from order for all I care. Yeah, you need to roll an activate mutation roll, Mask. The icons, I'll move them up to you. They're down at
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Number of dice is 1.
try to activate a mutation, going into it to boost themselves, or... Is anybody even speaking?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm just making sure, because Discord's acting up like a bitch right now. Writing. So, like I said, it immediately bust out into defensive formation. Dog soldier. Try to find a defensive position against the wall. And Bob Sacker said he was going for his gun.
Sakrin? No. Boz. Sakrin is just going to run away like a little wimp.
Dog soldier, I'm trying to see the actions. I guess we name character sheets up. I need 4 monitors. I said 4 monitors would be ideal. 2 above, 2 below. Dog soldier is going to fidget for his gun and seek cover against the wall. This is action. Pretty sure. I think seek cover is ongoing. Let me double check. Page 89. In a firefight, finding cover may save your life if there's something solid. Yeah, it works like armor, but it's only against ranged attacks. He goes up against the wall and basically backs up against it, using the wall as cover as his action. Then goes to mask.
So how far can I move, I guess is the question.
One maneuver is 5 squares.
Yeah, I don't see Mask as being particularly tactful. He just double maneuvers straight into towards the bear.
Macho man.
Yeah, Macho Man with his scrap axe.
Oh god.
I mean, he might move to this square just to get it kind of out of the way so they can shoot him too.
Extreme reflexes doesn't do anything?
It lets me... So extreme reflexes I don't believe does... hold on, let me... As far as movement goes. Yeah, let's see. Initiative.
Oh, you can spin it to dodge.
Yeah, or attack again.
Okay. So you double maneuver straight into him. And Boz, you said Boz was shooting? Cypher?
Yes, Boz is going to shoot. Question is, how do I do that?
Who is he going to try and shoot?
The bear, Macho.
I didn't want special effects on the roller. 5 squares, range combat. Short range is -1.
He has a rifle. Does that make a difference? Long range.
Yeah, but there's range modifications. It's not near just 2 squares away, so it's gonna be a -1 to shoot. You can spin a maneuver to aim if you want to.
I'm gonna
+1
aim
modification. Yep. Yeah, that'll cancel it out. So you will do a shoot roll and look at the gear bonus off the rifle and add that to the roll. Your agility should be a 1 though, so God forbid.
Yep.
Because he's fatigued as hell. And aims, pops a shot, and goes flying off.
And boss is gonna scream, "Get the Macho! Without a leader, they're nothing."
Then goes the Clanker.
Alright, so how many of them have guns?
Cop and the cowboy and the dog soldier, I think.
The rest of them have just like branches and shit, or
The bear has a spear and pistol. The cowboy has a spear and pistol. The
They probably all have claws and teeth.
yeah.
Yeah. Indian has a spear and bow.
I can't think of anything else I would do other than the following when confronted with this.
The monkey has a spear and slingshot.
I think that's gonna be
Seat cover behind the car.
seat cover behind the car with the green guy. He had the right idea. Big Jam had the right idea. Run back and what the fuck are we doing?
Alright. Then it goes to Big Jam.
Who will aim and try and shoot the cop bear.
Shoot the who?
The leader, the bear cop.
Macho.
Macho bear.
Yeah, that's short range. Short range is what, 15 square?
Macho bear, grizzly savage.
And if I use the trunk of the car to brace the shot, that should offset the...
You'll actually gain a +1 modification.
Right.
So roll a normal shoot and then do a 1 mod die.
Please kill him.
Mask is like, yeah, I'll fight him. Ted's like, this guy's gonna fucking kill
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And how
Oh.
do you do the mod die?
Should be a pop-up on your token macro. Mod dice.
Gotcha. Of course.
You're going to push yourself. Remember, you take damage while you do it. It's basically you're frantic. If not, you could just go and be fine with that. Remember, though, you have to reload next turn as a maneuver.
Yeah, let's go for the push.
Oh, wait a second. No. because you rolled 2 mutations, you would take two more agility damage in addition to that.
If he pushed
You see the
himself.
hazards?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the hazards on the skills, yeah, you'd be fatiguing yourself for 3 points.
Yeah, okay. I guess we don't do that then.
You monkey construction worker.
Hits me with a hard hat.
He clambers over here behind Rowan's and he draws a slingshot back and fires at Boz. He's gonna have a -1 for range. But plus 1 gear bonus, so. What I do, since negative modifications, what I'll do is I'll take the rightmost skill die and get rid of it. In that case, there's... Why is it rolling 1?
Gear dice bonus for high-powered slingshot.
I'm trying to figure out how he's getting a skill die. Oh, it's because I don't have a 0 in there. Duh.
When you get a negative modifier, is it 1 less die?
It's 1 less skill die, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check on negative modifiers, because I know you can go negative modification. Negative dice. If you go below 0, you roll that many negative skill dice, and each success negates the success on the negative skill die. So he would roll 1 mod die. He didn't get any successes though, but in theory he would roll 1, and if there was a success on that, it would cancel out 1 of the successes on the initial shot. But he draws back a slingshot and shoots a shot, and it goes flying past you. The Canine Cowboy. Hunkers back and behind that, seeking cover. The Indian moves back, draws his bow.
Isn't that 2 maneuvers if he had to draw his bow?
Nah, it's already
Right.
considered defensive, yeah. He maneuvers back and draws his bow, gets ready to shoot. Their policeman.
Hey, boo-boo.
Mm-hmm.
You should have gave us another picnic basket. Oh, shit.
He lets out a loud bellowing. And he's good bit taller than you, being a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Leans down and tries to latch into your clavicle and shoulder blade. You haven't acted. No, you have acted. You do the double maneuver. You will.
But I have a reaction right? When someone fights you or shoots at you, every MP spent reduces the damage you take by 1. You must activate this effect before you roll for damage.
It's kind of weird. How would you do that before you roll for damage? Because each damage is fixed.
Roll for armor, not damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just looking at his options of what he wants to do with the stunt. He latches onto you, into your shoulder, and starts ragging, and then he uses his claw and swipes your axe out of your hand. He will inflict 2 damage, and he will also knock or pull a weapon or other object from your opponent. Basically, it's going to make you spend a maneuver to pick it up.
Can I dodge to reduce the damage?
If you wish to, yes.
Yeah, might as well. So, actually, so if I take 2 damage, where does that put me in the choose?
It takes away from your strength.
Yeah, I'll do that then. So then I'll take 1 damage instead of 2.
Yeah, you will take 1 damage.
Okay.
And you will be, out of his mutation points.
Yep.
And you have to roll 1 mutation. Activate roll.
Alright. Where are those? There we go.
Ooh, you got a misfire. So your strength goes down to 4. Now you get to roll on the misfire table, I do believe. Let me double check. Because I know for each, you roll 1 die for each mutation point that you put in to unactivate. And you can, and then you roll 1 basic die for each, and if you roll 1 or more, it misfires. So roll a misfire die.
Okay.
3. Mutation consumes twice the amount of points to activate it, but you can't drop below 0 mutation points. Basically, it kind of self-defeats itself because you expended your last one anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, you still managed to get it off. You basically activate out to the side. He only catches you with 1 fang, but that time still gives him enough time. He manages to swat your axe out of the way. And the half-naked fucking party animal rat biker. Damn, why did it roll high aggression? It goes down to assist the bear man, but he is, this is 4 squares from where he is. The rodent biker will attempt to attack you. With his spear. Will not push, but He misses. Then goes to Sakrin.
Sakrin's gonna double move and run away. He's gonna say, Mask, you fool! That's too close!
You gonna attempt to flee the encounter, or is he going somewhere to get cover, or?
Yep, encounter. Just run away all the way there behind the car. Sakrin doesn't engage.
Okay, that's going to be a what move? Like,
Double maneuver, he's just gonna run.
oh, so yeah, 10 squares.
Yep. I just moved 10 squares.
Goes back to the dog soldier. The dog soldier pops a shot. Oh, damn it. Pops a shot, and it will do 3 damage on damage.
Oh man.
Is damn it in the initiative, or does it need to be? I guess it's the answer to the question.
Technically, Fig Jam and Damage are one entity.
Okay.
He can use the dog to sub out, but the dog does have stats itself, so if the dog gets wounded, its
Okay,
chance
okay.
of succeeding at the stuff that Fig Jam can do is going to be penalized. And so if you go to your sheet, you'll see the strength Fig Jam on damage sheet. Just bump it down 2 points. Or 3 points. Because it is a rifle. Scrap rifle. It is Mask's turn.
Mass just, like, he gets kind of spun around as he's hit by this thing, and he grimaces and barely even notices the little rat as his axe kind of goes clattering to the ground. And he just reaches down, grabs it, and then tries to backhand up against the bear.
Alright, so maneuver, retrieve your object, and then your actual action will be what? Fight.
Yep. We shall try to fight it.
It's not gone this turn. And he will try to defend.
Okay.
So you roll your fight, and I roll my fight.
Gear on the scrap axe is what? Anything?
I think it's 1. It should be on your character sheet.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we go.
Hang on it.
He's fighting with his body right this second, so. You choose to do yours. He's choosing to. Oh, cool. He was choosing to reduce the damage by 1.
Okay.
And you managed to hit, which will inflict your base 2 damage, and then you have 1 stun that you can do.
Extra damage.
So 3 points, and then down 1 point. So it takes 2 points. Cool, they don't have armor.
Yeah, thank God.
Then goes to Boz. Boz would have to make sure you marked your bullet off for the last shot.
Yep, I just did. So the last round I got a negative modifier because I was too close with the rifle. That's correct?
No, it's because you weren't close enough.
Wait, I have a rifle. How close do I need to get?
If you look on range, it shows you for penalties. Arm's length is 1 square away, near is 2 squares away, and short is 15. So basically, if it's in the 3 to 15 range, there's going to be a -1 penalty.
Wait, I don't get it. So the rifle on the sheet is marked as long.
I think that's just the maximum you can shoot from.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm just trying to understand. In the previous round, Fig Jam moved further away with his rifle. So I'm trying to understand what do you want me to do to get the +1 or not get the negative.
You have to be within near range.
I got the bonus because I was bracing against the object, the car.
Yeah, he was spinning turns, aiming.
That's
You
what
can
even I
spend-
did. Even aiming.
Yeah, you rolled a straight up shot.
No, I aimed and shot. Okay, fine. So you want me to get closer? I'll move now. This time closer and shoot.
It hasn't been reloaded. It costs a maneuver to reload.
Okay, fine. Then I'll just move and reload.
Normally he wouldn't be at a damn 1 agility. The fact that he's fatigued so much, trekking through the zone is what's really cramped him.
It's not the agility I'm counting about. I'm just kind of not understanding -1 last time. The fact that it's a rifle and I need to be within 3 to 5, I might as well just go melee at that point. You see what I'm getting at? Unless I'm not playing the character. then-
Yeah. I'm also double checking. Yeah, because short range is up to 15 squares. Yeah, if you look under range combat, it shows range modifications in the distance. Anything range combat has a distance modifier. Short range is up to 15 squares. Near
I think he's trying to understand Fig Jam's role versus his role last time.
Yes,
and what
I
the
was
differences
definitely
were.
within 5 squares of the policeman when I shot the last time, with the aim that too. So I just want to make sure, given the fact that I have a -1 agility, I'm trying to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah, ideally you would want no modification, which is near. Near is 2 squares away.
So why would I have a rifle at that point if I'm 2 squares away?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. If given your current situation, the penalties alone are going to be more detriment than they're worth, then yeah, melee would be ideal.
Okay, cool. So then in that case, the rest of that, screw the rifle, use the maneuver to get in close with to the bear. I believe because of the stuff that happened during the roll, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutant points. And I have something called a corpse eater. And I'm going to do this thing called bite a victim at arm's length. The attack inflicts damage equal to the number of MP spent. So I would like to bite this beast. That would be a fight roll, and I want to spend 2 mutant points to do damage on him.
Nice.
You're spending 2 mutant points?
Yep, so I'm going to run up to, given the fact that my shot's not going, run up and take a bite at him and use 2 mutant points to do 2 damage.
Alright. Go ahead and roll your activation first.
Okay.
But then you would type in 2 for the number. Mutation, activate.
Oh, 1 minute.
It's those small tokens down there.
Yeah, activate. And 2.
Alright, cool. Doesn't fucking feel bad. Take away your 2 mutation points and then make your fight roll. And he's already acted in defense, so.
Yes.
Alright, you got 1 and it's 2 damage against him.
So, boss is gonna be like, fuck this. He's gonna like kind of throw the weapon down and just kind of go charging. I'm hungry anyway. And he just kind of jumps on the bed and he starts like gnawing at him.
Yeah, you chomp down into him, manage to get, basically you're gnawing, hitting the fat and the fur of him, but you finally find a spot on the side, you just chomp down hard, and the bear just goes, "Ooh."
Time to get Randy on the savage here, bitch.
Just like chomping away at his side. Goes to Clanker.
Can we do this shit like fixing the box on a magazine for an old school World War II machine gun and help Fig Jam reload faster? I don't know if I want to go out there and get fucking beaten to death. I don't know if I can do an assisted reload to help him not spend a turn reloading, but
In theory, you could technically take the rifle from him, I guess, and reload it, but he would have to take it back.
that'd be an action anyway.
Yeah. Or
I'd save him a reload.
It'd be 2 maneuvers.
Take it, reload, then he can take it and shoot it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, but couldn't he just reload it and shoot it his turn anyway?
Oh, you'd have to take it from him and then reload it. That would be 2 maneuvers.
Well, no, I mean, saying he's asking if Fig Jam could just reload and shoot on his turn anyway.
Correct, but then Fig Jam
normally,
Yeah, so it's not getting him anything, that's what my point
Yeah,
is.
pretty much.
But he can't aim though. If he reloads and shoots, he can't aim.
Yeah.
He couldn't aim if he has to take it back from me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no gain to it. Oh, shit.
Next time, Fig Jam should just put it on your shoulder. So he doesn't have to take it anywhere. Just you put a bullet in and shoots a bullet. Puts a bullet. We need to go back to the Ark and practice this maneuver, boys.
Mm-hmm. Shit. I really
You're
don't
assuming
know
we
what
make
to
it
do.
back to the Ark.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a survival game at the end of the 2 people locked in melee combat.
Mm.
And we have not yet tested how flee works in this game. I hope there's a flee.
Yeah, you do what's called a move action. You can get out of the situation.
Oh, God, I don't know what I could do. I don't know that I'd go fight him. I don't think I would. In fact, I know I wouldn't. I didn't want to fight the lizard. This is completely different.
The lizards weren't armed.
Yeah, the lizards don't have guns. Fuck.
I gotta admit, right now, the helpful side of me, I'd have to shove it all the way down to my tank because I'm not gonna say anything further.
Bury it deep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what I could. I mean, I don't even know if I could jury rig something here. That's what I'm thinking, but I'm trying to think of what I would jury rig or how I even do it. There's a car next to me.
You did read the skill, right? It's a couple hours to
Oh yeah, never mind that.
To me, it just boils down to, do you spend another round seeing if the two of them can take all those guys on while dodging fire, or do you rush in and try to help?
Or hopefully we can kill this bear and that makes him scared or something. I don't know. And grab his pistol, give it to you. I don't know. Big Jim does go next, so he can shoot. I don't know if he can shoot the bear, but I'm guessing it's tall enough he probably could.
Isn't throwing rocks a thing in this?
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
like impromptu weapon, yeah.
Oh, and fuck it. Clanker just kind of rubs his head, wipes the sweat off it. All right, fuck it, mate. I'm doing it. I'm doing one. Here we go. 1, 2. Wait, I gotta do it better than that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm fighting the fucking rodent because I'm not stupid.
We're up there and insert a bullet manually, Clanker.
Try to cut off his balls.
I'm going for the dick. Not in the way that he wants me to.
Alright, goes to Fig Jam.
And Fig Jim, I guess, will load and fire at the barricade.
Alright, maneuver to reload.
Yep. Oh wait, there is a gear die bonus for the scrap rifle, isn't there?
Yep.
I keep forgetting that.
Oh,
Doesn't matter anyway.
look at all those. No sixes.
No hazards though if you wish to push it. It would reduce your agility by 1.
Yeah, let's see.
And what other hazards you roll?
Right.
Be a -1 modification, but a +1 off the gears, so I get rid of the 1. Okay.
Let's do this.
Oh, man.
You will lose 2 agility total, but you got 3 successes. 1 will be enough to initiate 2 points of damage, and then the other 2, if you wish to pump it up or jump your initiative rating up, or
Let's see, where's my cheat sheet?
So, Ian, stunts are essentially if you get more than 1 success.
yes, correct.
Okay.
And
What is the gray splat number?
on gear dice? If you roll the 1,
Yeah,
it
okay.
means the item that was used degrades a point if you push it.
I see. Okay.
And whenever your gear bonus hits 0, the item's broken until it's fixed.
Alright, what's the name of the cheat sheet with the stuff
I think it's-
arranged?
Range
Um.
combat.
Yeah.
It's combat stuff, range combat.
Oh, effects, okay. Does it help the melee guys if I knock the bear to the ground?
He goes next, so he'll just stand up.
He would go prone.
Take a maneuver though.
Yeah,
Well, didn't he try to dodge? Isn't that his action, or is that not
Yeah.
how that works? Yeah. So he can't attack.
He can't attack, but he can do a maneuver.
Yeah. I just try to kill him.
Okay, let's just go straight damage then.
So 4 damage. You ever wonder why I'm quiet? I usually I'm rolling other dice to try to get stuff out of the way ahead of time. Yeah, you pop a shot and it goes through his shoulder blade and he lets out an enormous bellow, and then you notice that he doesn't have any fight left in him between being bit upon by Boz and fought with by Mask and now shot. He just staggers back and falls back flat on his ass. And he's basically broken. He just
Not so macho now, oi.
He's not dead, he's just broken. So, the monkey construction worker, the chimp, immediately goes wide-eyed, as does the canine cowboy Indian. And they immediately, they all start chanting out in a desperate tone. They start going, Macho, Macho, Macho Man! They beat Macho Man! Macho Man! And the bear, immediately when he's falling back, he staggers. He goes, no kill! No kill! You take! And he, offers forth his spear. You Macho Man now.
I mean, Mask just kind of... are we kind of out of combat here just for a second? Or? I mean, unless they want to attack, obviously.
The rodent does not like the idea. It is clearly obvious on his face, but for now, he's... there's no rules on engagement, I don't think.
That wanker over there shot my fucking dog.
Double check. Close.
Yeah, which one shot the dog?
The other dog, the dog soldier. Yeah, the rat backs up because there's no rules on being engaged. He's clearly on his face, he does not like the idea whatsoever, but for now he's not doing anything. And then it goes to Sakharin.
Yep, Sakharin's at the back. He's cowering.
Alright. Then goes to the dog soldier in very militaristic style. It's like a Doberman pinscher almost. He immediately reloads, brings his gun up, looking for a target. Then it finally dawns upon him that the leader is gone, and he just basically maintains a defensive position. Also, almost like the biker, he's clearly displeased at the other's show of cowardice. And then it will end the combat round and cut into out of combat.
Yeah, Mask puts his foot up on the bear's chest and says, Oi! Why don't you drop all your gear? It's all ours now. Huh?
And the rat and the dog soldier protesting, and the monkey just kind of takes a submissive demeanor as he slowly starts creeping forward. And he's like, you macho man, now you take. We only want food. Hungry. Then he looks to the others. Starts just looking, motioning down, weapons down. And the cowboy and in, reluctantly comply, lower their stuff. The other two, however, somewhat begrudgingly. Ultimately, they relent as well, but yes, they pretty much going to surrender. They're like, kill, no kill, we go, take, lead,
Mask looks over at Clanker and says, "What about the water?"
Fucking what? The water?
If they got water.
Better yet, do they know where to get water?
That's a good point.
At this point, Sakran, seeing that the fight has kind of stopped and there's talk going on, he kind of, very coolly and with a lot of style walks up and he looks at the leader and he says, well, now that you're down, what do you propose?
Bear kind of waddles back. He can still do maneuvers. Scrunches back on his ass. He's like, what? You want? No kill? We go. Leave. Things you take, we go. We have little food, little water.
Well, he looks at Mask looks at Sacrum and kind of smiles in the mouth hole and turns back and says, "Well, look, you tosser. Where's your water? And your goods? And your food? You give it to us all, huh?"
I don't know, mate. It's Clanker kind of scratched his head. Be leaving these poor sods to fucking die if we take all this stuff.
They tried to take all our shit.
Yeah, you're right, Mask. But we have the upper hand now.
Two wrongs don't make a fucking right, mate.
Yeah, let's this is what we do, eh, Mask? Listen, we take all their weapons so they cannot attack us as we leave, and we leave them with what they have, right? Oi, you there, Bear, Macho, or so-called Macho. Do you know where there's water close by?
Kind of looks, sniffs the air, shakes off the pain of his injuries. He's like, no water we find. Field roads rot. We look for food and water.
Useless. Alright, so here's the deal. I'll give you some food, you give me all your weapons, and you leave. How does that sound?
Bear immediately goes, yes, no kill. Take what need. Give food, water. We go leave you. The rat's just like,
How many bullets is that wank I got?
Yep, all your bullets, all your weapons, ours, and I will give you some food. How about that?
Gonna make me do die rolls, aren't you?
Like
Math-
make a deal? Is like
Yeah.
should I do make a deal or something with that with my roll? Or?
Yeah, we could actually use that to bargain out because I think that determines overall what you wind up with. Fixtures make a deal.
Mask is going around and he begins to scoop up the weapons.
Instead of going to the normal rules of make a deal, we'll just have you make the roll and then
Okay.
treat the results based off of that.
Okay. Here goes. Attribute is empathy. Trauma. Gear dice. Oh my god.
Maybe you could try to push it the scene's over.
Yep, I'm gonna push it.
You're gonna get fatigued as hell, but oh my god.
My god! Oh my god! Oh.
Brain explodes.
Gives the bear food and passes out.
The bear food is his skull. Here, take a bite of my head.
How do you roll yourself? Never mind. I just hover over it. There's a total of 12 bullets, 16 grub, and 12 water. Mixed them all. So however you wish to distribute out of that.
Wait, so what happens to the roll? Like, is that a failure, or how does that get adjudicated?
I was going to have them make a deal augmented even further if by some chance you made it.
Huh? No, sorry, didn't understand. So, do we get those things you just said, or do we do not?
Yeah. Think of the numbers that I generated as the as-is default results. I was going to use your make a deal if you by chance managed to make it to augment that further.
Sure, okay.
But in addition to the gear that they have, which is like slingshots, scrap spears, scrap pistols, scrap revolver, bow, they have the total of that. They have a total of 12 bullets, 16 grub, 12 ordered.
Did you say scrap revolver?
Yeah.
Yep. So, what do you say, guys? We take all the weapons so that they don't attack us, but we won't take all of their food and water as.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Half maybe, something like that.
Yep. All right. Here's the deal. We'll take half of your food and water and your weapons, and that should teach you a lesson. The next time you see any of us walking around, do not attack.
They immediately start bickering amongst themselves in animal speech. Ultimately, the bear lets out a feeble to silence them. He's like, yes, take half. Let us go. We need no weapons. We are weapons. We go. No bother you.
Yep.
Mass says, now you call him macho. Macho sacred.
Oh, man. That's adding salt to the wound.
Jesus.
Give me a manipulate roll, but I'm gonna give you 2 modification dice to it.
I'm sure this is not good. Gear dice too.
Roll initiative again.
You can use the 2 gear. You can use 2 gear instead of modification.
Yeah, that's what I was just. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Immediately, all of them start protesting and against you, saying call him macho, and they all kind of then look to the bear to defer what he's ultimately going to do, and he looks, and you can tell that it's going to cause a loss of status amongst these, because you're basically the alpha is belittled into admitting that he's weak. And he looks and he contemplates, his face is scrunched, his nose twist up as if he's pondering the ultimate outcome of all the situations, possibilities. He just lets out a deep-hearted sigh and winces with pain, and he's like, you Macho. Saccharin.
And Mask is like nudging him in the shoulder, like a little kid. Like he just called you Ma, just like smiling through his mask and just nudging him. Amazing.
You can hear audible hisses like resentment and just displeasure from the others. Not directed towards you though, directed towards the bear.
Saccharin steps forward and he says, "Be on your way then. And do not attack us in the future if you come across us."
We go. And they start going back the way they came. So yeah, you have 6 bullets, 8 food, and 6 water. Among the items, you have weapons, slingshot, spears, pistol, scrap pistol, scrap rifle. You do notice amongst the items too that they dropped. You almost thought maybe one of them left a baby behind because it looks like a tiny little bear, but it's not real fur. It looks kind of weird. It's an artifact.
Oi, Clanker. What does this look like to you?
Let me take a look at it, mate. Alright.
I love that little icon on Saccharin, by the way.
That's a comprehend roll.
If you could change the token's name to Macho.
Show me the money.
Oh, you got 1 success. Just waiting for something to open up. It's taking its sweet time. It's a teddy bear plush toy.
Franklin looks at it.
It's not an animal. It's made to resemble one vaguely. Instead of the big, nasty, burly bear that you just fought, it actually looks rather pleasing.
Clanker looks it over and... Oh. Well, it's like a kid's toy, yeah? It's like them, but not scary, mate. It's something you give a kid to. You give to a kid, rather.
Well, Saccharin looks at it, looks around, and he takes the thing and says, "Here, Mask. This should keep you company."
Oi! This is a fake bear I get to play with? And he kind of tosses it up in the air and catches it. Oh, what a cutie!
As soon as you grab it, yeah, it's irresistibly soft. You literally want to hug it. It's like really the effect that it does. It's normally made for animals, but it works for humans too. It's basically you can recover lost empathy with it.
Yeah. He basically pushes his lips through the slit in his mask and gives it a big kiss. Oi, this is my favorite present you ever gave me, Saccharin. Macho Saccharin, I should say. Machoest of them all.
Well, Master, next time you think of running up to somebody like a big bad bear there, think twice, will you? I know it's hard. Thinking once is hard enough, but think twice.
He kind of considers. But look at all the good it did us. We got a new bear. We got some new guns. We got some more water. Mask is always thinking straight.
I would say we were a little lucky there. Next time, boss. Yeah. What's it next time? Next time, boss. Just keep your fucking eyes open, will you? Yeah. Boss is
Mask.
kind of like, he found a little piece of chunk that he had taken off the bear policeman. He's kind of like gnawing on it on the side.
Mask
Um,
basically stows the teddy bear in his rope belt right above his crotch. It's kind of like it's like affixed by its neck, and he tightens his belt, and he's just petting it as he stands there.
playing with the teddy bear. You notice Boz going through the items and stuff, and Mask, your attention is immediately drawn away from the teddy bear as you spot something amongst the items that they laid down, like under little bags of stuff, food and stuff like that. You notice something that's literally almost spiritually draws your attention to it, like uncontrollably.
Mask just walks over to it and begins to try to pick it up.
I sent a link. Whoever's recording, make sure you pop it up and record.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's almost like, God's
yeah. He walks over, picks it up, and just like stares at it for a minute, and looks over at Sack, and he goes, "Oi, macho, look at
What is
this!"
it, Mask?
And he just turns and like faces it towards you.
Oh, I like it. I don't want to see that stinking sack on your face anymore. This adds, what do we say, a little bit of personality to you. I
Yeah.
think you're going to look mighty fine with this. Mighty fine.
He immediately reaches and yanks the sack off of his head. And you've never seen what he actually looks like. And you're quite surprised that he's actually extremely attractive. It wouldn't be what you would expect at all. He has like a kind of a bushy beard under there, but other than that, and he just immediately just puts the mask on his face and adheres the straps to the back of his head, and he's like, "Oi, I don't know what to say." And he kind of goes back to petting the bear, and he's like, "What is coming from my eyes, boys?"
Mask, I do say you look now so much prettier.
And for those of you out there in TV land that have no idea what we're talking about, maybe I'll go ahead and pop it up on the screen as well.
Yeah, I showed it in the recording, but yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mask is then also there's no requirement levels needed to roll on it. It is a straight up hockey mask. So yeah, it would be like God sent to somebody wearing a pea-stained, grunge-filled friggin' Haverty sack on his head.
Yeah, he just drops the old one and never been so more happy, boys.
Sakrin immediately kind of drops down to his knee, picks up that old sack and rolls it up and keeps it in his pocket. He's got a few ideas for that.
Yeah, and Mass just kind of falls speechless.
That is beautiful.
Well, boys, it looked like we were in the shit. Now we are out of it. Shall we head back home? Boss, if you're up to it.
There's still daylight to go to.
No. Boss is like, all right, let's go back. I'm so hungry.
We got that's enough excitement for Clanker. He's wiping the sweat off his brow and just gathering up the supplies they collected.
Yeah, Mask is just fallen into complete silence, just so happy he can barely speak.
Between the teddy bear and the hockey mask, Mask is having a religious.
Yeah.
All right, boss, lead us out. And this time, don't fuck it. If you can manage that, that would be most kind of you. I don't fuck things. I fuck things up.
Oi, boys. Thought when I cracked a fat that was the happiest day of my life, but today... Oi. I'm so happy.
There was also a couple of scrap items amongst the belongings too. There was a old aluminum cooking pot in pretty much almost brand new condition. There was a pair of slightly worn false teeth. And a appears to be a love letter of some kind, rather tattered and yellowed color.
I can't imagine I read.
Handwritten, yeah, the elders taught y'all how to read basic stuff.
Okay.
It's basically a mushy love letter of some kind, and written in elegant, curved script. Makes it kind of hard to read, but you're trying to put the words together.
Dearest Boz.
But yeah, they go on their own way and basically leave out, and y'all explore the rest of the area. You go inside the building for a spell, and it's kind of hard to tell what really it was. You notice different things. Between us on the table, it appears to be the overgrown remains of some kind of youth center. And there's an empty pool. And it looks like a locker room, but it's all like overgrown. Everything's decrepit and stuff. Don't really find anything here. It's just pretty much vacant. And make your way back to the edge of the zone. And said, you still have daylight if y'all want to make your way back and say you're done for the day, or if y'all want to move on. Or
yeah, I think we definitely gonna go back. Boss definitely needs to rest and get all of that agility taken care of.
Yeah, that was kind of fucking ungodly hazard rolls on that.
Somehow through all of that, and including the cowering and running away, Sakrim still comes out as the macho.
Don't quite understand that.
These are fallen times indeed.
But yeah, having the combat, as like I said, the helpful part of me was wanting to, more than anything, to say y'all had the right idea, and that's to go after the alpha. Then when I was rolling up the reactions to it, I was like, shit. Okay, most of them submissive, and then two hesitant. Fuck. Where's the straight up nose? But yeah, you make your way back, and you go. I guess Boz is tired and hungry, wants to lick his wounds, and instead of pressing onwards, unless y'all protest, he will lead you back to the Ark.
Seems good.
Alright. Make your way back to the Ark, and once again, assuming you come in from a different direction this time, the guards there notice you coming up. Let's see, it'd be only 2 hours, so it'll be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Come scrambling on up, and they hold up basically tell you to halt. And they're like, "Oh, what's going on here? Is he returning already? Didn't find anything?"
We found plenty of fucking stuff, and then just start going through some of the gear. And how much water did we get?
We took 6. Was it
We
6?
took
We said?
6.
Yeah.
6, and then we found 3 from Boz.
Yep, 9.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And 8 food. 8 grub.
Yeah, and 6 bullets total.
Yep,
But they're
6
like
bullets.
they're curious, kind of trying to look as you open and look at your goodies and stuff, but they don't like press towards it. As far as the water goes, though, if they hear the sloshing sounds, it definitely draws their attention. Time to see their lips
Yep, and
purse and start to smack.
well, you can stop right there. These are the macho men. You shall refer to us in that fashion from now on. The macho men.
They look confused, and one of the guards looks at Mask in a whole new light now. You know, kind of like look taken back a little bit, almost like you look more imposing now instead of a freakish John Merrick Elephant Man type. He's like, "Oh, it kind of looks scary."
He is. Unless you want me to sick him on you, you will step back and let the macho men pass.
You gotta give the macho men some wide berth, huh?
And like ultimately relent with it, like, "Whatever, go." Move the barricades and then move them back to secure your entrance. And you make your way in to your appropriate areas. And I'm assuming you'd spend another 4 hours and rest.
Mm-hmm.
This is fatigue, so it would take 4 water to recuperate all that. What did you take fatigue as well, Big Jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, fatigue is recuperated with water. One day of water will recuperate 1 point of damage.
How did you get fatigue, by the way? Just by pushing and failing? Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
pushing and. Oh yeah, one of yours was your mutation, so you get to add 1 mutation point.
Okay.
That was towards Fig Jam. Yeah.
All right.
So Boz has 10 water. Is going to make it to 6, and if he can remove the fatigue off the sheet, I'll make his agility back to 5. He's going to take the necessary hours of rest.
Yeah, that'll put like 7 o'clock by the time y'all are done with that. And that's about sundown for spring, if I remember right, on the daylight hours. It's an arc section. Oh, I thought it was. Zone travel hours, daylight, spring, 7 o'clock is 19. Yeah, that's nighttime by the time y'all are done. Sun's gone down. By the time y'all are resting and checking through your stuff, once again the debate comes up. I'm assuming Mask ain't gonna turn that mask into the Dawn Vault.
No.
Over his cold, dead body.
And I'm assuming y'all gonna do anything with a teddy bear. You're gonna donate that, or
You have to probably convince Mass to do that too. He kind of likes it.
Saxon's not
you
going
don't know how to use it properly. Yeah, you don't know how to use it properly.
Oh, I mean, he's. He just keeps it in his belt right now and pets it. I mean, that's all he cares.
Yeah. Clanker knows how to use it, and he knows, technically, by the way that the mechanics read, he knows enough to contribute to the Dawn Vault, and they would have in turn instruction enough on how to use it. Therefore, contributes development bonuses.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
convince him if you want to try. I mean, I think that's possible.
Yeah, I would convince him to. I try to convince him to invite him. Go over and. Oi, Mask.
Hmm.
How about that teddy bear, mate? Pointing at the teddy bear resting above your crotch.
He points down at the teddy bear. This teddy bear?
Yeah, mate.
What about it?
Well, I think that I know you got a nice little new headgear and all. Maybe you share a bit of love with that teddy bear, yeah?
He looks down at the teddy bear and kind of pulls it out of the belt, grabbing one side of the belt with his thumb to kind of loosen it slightly, and so he doesn't like rip at the teddy bear at all. And kind of like, but I like it.
Well,
It's
you gotta
pretty.
think about there's other kids and things like that might like that too, and you got a nice little haul. You like your mask, yeah?
Oh, I like it.
You all gotta care about one another to survive out here, right?
Yeah, I like the macho men. Done right by me. You wanna hold the teddy bear for a bit?
Yeah, we'll make it communal. We'll pass it around, and you'll get another turn with it. Yeah.
I suppose. He kind of looks at the teddy bear and.
You want to give it one last hug before you give it up, Mike?
That's a good idea. And he gives it a big, gigantic hug, barely able to even kind of it's so small compared to his chest that he's basically giving himself a self hug as he's hugging it so hard. He's like, I love you, teddy bear. And he passes it back over to Clanker reluctantly. I'll see it again, huh? You promise?
Yeah, you'll see it again.
Alright. Here you go. Make sure he's taken care of. I hear anyone doing bad things to this bear, they're gonna see Mask. They're gonna see my foot. I'm gonna be mad.
I'll pass the word along, mate. 100%.
Alright. He kind of sulks off.
And instead of the rather worn hair necklace that we've made, that's probably been in my pocket for over 6 hours at this point, seems like maybe this would be a better gift to give to Finn. And she can do what she wants to do with it.
Carved my hair out for nothing.
Mask is kind of dejected and walking away, kind of goes after him, and he says, Oi, there are no downers in the macho men. And he kind of gives him a dose of the booze that he has.
Yeah, he kind of pulls his mask back and takes a swig and then pulls it back. Oi, I'm sad, macho saccharine. I gave the teddy bear to Clanker. Says for the best. I miss him already. Was gonna name him Little Mask and give him a mask of his own.
Well, the teddy bear is always going to be in the ark. We can always find a little mask or make one. Maybe Clanker can make one for you, and then we'll put it on the bear. We shall not call it bear anymore. We shall call it Little Mask. Don't you worry.
I would like that.
I think everyone in the ark is going to call it Little Mask.
Oh, I like that, macho saccharine.
You did good today, Mask. Here's one more dose of alcohol for you.
takes a drink. You're my best friend. And he gives Saccharine a big hug.
But I'm not the bear. Gentle now, Musk. Not everyone is soft and cuddly.
That's good. He's clapping you on the back. You're macho. You can take it. Couldn't squeeze the life out of you, brother.
Well, flattery does do you good, Musk. Here, one more dose.
Boy, after this, I'm going to make some yellow gold for you.
We need to talk about that yellow gold. I've been thinking about it. We need to make more plans, distribute it around this place. We need to liven this place up. So dark and dreary all the time.
I think the Ark would like some yellow gold.
I think they would.
And he kind of walks off. Kind of lets you switch scenes out of that.
Fig,
Hey,
you
Ian, I've marked that those doses on my sheet.
okay, rock
Yep.
on. Fig, seeing how you're so quiet over there, give me a die 6, because it looks like you're only going to donate the umbrella to the vault, right? Because you were talking about giving Fenn the teddy bear.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, you just added 2 to the vault's technology level by donating the umbrella. Alright. Clanker, you encounter Fenn. She's scattering about. Nighttime's coming around. So people are kind of meander, settling around. You can people singing in some spots, but they're all like woeful tales about how thirsty they are. The songs are really short because they don't want to dry their throats out too much. And you do encounter Fenn. She's currently cutting up with a couple of her friends. She spots you and you go, and I'm assuming you present the teddy bear.
Yeah, it's Finna. He's trying to get her attention.
Oh, she spins around, perks up when she sees you, kind of dismisses herself from her friends, and she slides over real quick and dainty. She's just like, "Hey, you returned from the zone. You returned." She looks at you and checks for wounds and stuff like that. Are you all right?
Oh, I had a run in with a big lizard croc fucker, but other than that,
Her
yeah.
eyes go real wide. She's like, oh. Kind of dawns upon her eventually. She's like, oh, did you find me something?
Well, I'm just kind of drawing it out. I guess. And then he just kind of, here, catch. Just tosses it to her. Teddy bear.
She freaks out, barely manages to clasp it. And she just kind of looks at it, and admiring the texture of it, just bewildered by it all, and rubbing it up against her cheek, and then eyes go even wider, and she just smiles, and you can see her teeth aren't as sharp and shark-like like her brothers, but they are tapered and pointed. And she just like immediately lunges forth and gives you a big hug. And as she's going to draw away from the hug, she instinctively kisses you on the lips, Clanker. And it's clear to see that she has a deep admiration towards you.
Fuck. Clanker would probably not expect that, and obviously not be ready for it. He's got the whole Disney style eyes wide open, getting kissed, like, oh shit, like, right.
Her general demeanor is if like she didn't mean to do it, but once she's actually kissed you, she's now got that mischievous, well, do we do it again?
Oh god, I'm gonna die. I don't know if I established how old I am. This is like robbing the cradle in this game.
You're not older than 30.
Yeah.
She's around 17-ish.
Well, we don't have a law. Not really. I mean, it just kind of look around instinctively, looking for the big boss man because I'm this has just happened, and this is kind of terrifying. And Mako's not around, I'm thinking.
Not immediately, no.
Okay. I don't spy him outside of immediate range, do I?
Her two friends are still around, but not, like directly in front of y'all.
I just look at Finna and just, she's looking at me, I look at her, just kind of shrug and say, I mean, that was all right.
She's gonna let her kiss you again?
Yeah, fuck it. Here we go.
Okay. All right. She gives a playful peck, and you can tell she's not really good at this, and hasn't really, kiss, but.
Fuck, neither is he.
Yeah, but it is apparent to see that her emotion is growing really heated as she's trying to use you to practice kissing on really bad. Ultimately, somebody in the immediate area starts to shuffle about, and it snaps the two of y'all out of it because, it's loud enough to break you out of it. Like, oh shit, somebody's here. And then she just, looks embarrassed, but she ultimately just, bops you on the nose with a finger. Just boop. She's like, thank you ever so much for the present. And then she just kind of, looks around as if, somebody's going to approach at any second. She's just going, I'll talk to you later. And then she just nervously dashes off.
Yeah, thanks for yours. And he just kind of doesn't really know why he said that or what he's doing now. Because that's not good for your long-term health, I don't think. And he's going to go back and hide away to have a think about what happens now. Shit.
And since it is nighttime, mask, of course, I'm sure you're probably adjusting and readjusting the straps on your mask repeatedly to shaking your head to one side, try to see if it comes off or anything.
Yeah,
Probably
he's just playing with it.
Knocking on the front of it and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tempted to say, "Hey, Sacker, give me a punch in the face."
Yeah, he goes to one of the beams and he's just kind of bopping his head against it just to see,
Yeah, it's pretty reinforced and solid. Take a good hit.
Kangaroos loose in the top paddock. That one.
What is the kangaroos? And looks around.
You ultimately get a message from one of Mako's crew talking about going. He's like, "Oh, you're back." He's like, "A big boss wants to talk to you. All here." It scares the shit out of you when you hear basically somebody clamoring the door, clanker, and it basically just goes, "Mako's looking for you."
Oh, fuck. And he's kind of just putting away some shit he was working on the side. Yeah, give me a minute, mate. Just fucking putting my pants on, yeah?
Right.
Comes out looking very frantic. Fuck, I'm fucked, mate. I'm fucking fucked.
And y'all all approach where Mako's at. Notice he's accompanied by somebody. Two of them seem to be engaged in minor conversation as y'all approach. Pop up for them. Do a double take to acknowledge a fact, but yeah, you definitely recognize who it is. It's the legendary Walker. He's a stalker in the Ark. He's probably he's up there with Adamo. He's probably one of the oldest mutants in the Ark. And he's clad in protective ponchos, and he has his trademark gas mask on. He never takes it off. Talks in a real raspy voice most of the time, kind of like Bane. And
oh shit.
Yeah, he's standing there talking to him, and usually he's always out in the zone. So to actually see him inside the Ark, you're kind of taken back. Like I said, double take, triple take, tactically acknowledge, oh shit, is that Walker? Oh fuck, it's Walker, you know? But two of them are standing side by side, and you can hear Walker's like raspy hiss coming through the gas mask as Mako turns to y'all, and he's like, I heard word y'all are back. She's right. This sun's come down. You've been out in the zone. What do you think?
I think the bears aren't so mighty. Definitely not so macho.
Looks utterly confused.
It's fucking dangerous, but worthwhile, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the place outside's a shithole, boss. But once in a while, you find something nice.
Yes, outside does have its occasional rewards. That's Walker talking. And kind of looks, and Mako acknowledges his words and nods. He's like, this place has gone to hell in a handbasket, and we're left fighting for scraps. Says, so then, recant your tales. Tell me what you found. And I'm assuming you unload your story to him.
Oh yeah, we give him good stuff. Sans what I just did, of course. But.
Yeah. he ultimately...
And where is this teddy bear now?
Yeah, Mask would hold nothing back about the teddy bear. He'd be, I loved it and cared for it, and yeah, he would, unless somebody told him beforehand not to say anything about it, then he would probably keep quiet.
Yeah, he like, shakes his head, like, sound like it. Toy. No use for toys. Give me tools. But
Brought a whole shit ton of weapons back.
things have gone to shit while you was gone. Heard tell that people died from the thirst. It's getting out of hand. So I've been talking to Walker here. So we might have use for you. Give us a couple of days. We'll let you know if it's true or not.
All right, boss. But it's bad out there. We'll do what we can.
As it sounds now, it says you've put in a good day's work. Enjoy yourself. Get something to eat. Rest up.
It'll do, Cloba. It's kind of stretches and goes back to his little hut to have a snack.
Yeah. Gonna try to advance it to a ending point. The next several days pretty much pass, and things only really appear to get worse with the quarter water rations. You know, people are starting to openly protest Bandy's leechers when they come out to hand out their daily rations. And Cypher, give me a dice 6 roll.
Okay.
And please tell me the results, because I'm going to be in a pop-up.
2.
2. The next couple of days, like I said, things are getting bad, and actually during like the second day, actually on the third day, when they go to disperse out water rations, people protest, and Bandy's troops immediately, like under the attitude of, stand down. He says, you get what you get, no more. Get out of line, you lose your place, you forfeit your rations. And they begin protesting pretty much generic, we need water, I can't live off of this. things get heated and it actually turns into a violent session, and 2 people were killed by gunfire, shot down and of course 2 people dead, more were technically wounded, people dispersed and stuff, but things are really getting bad. Y'all have heard tale of that, and it ultimately leads up to, by the end of the week, Mako's pretty much summoning y'all back to him. And once again, Walker's with him. And he's just pretty much he actually sends for y'all on private request. And as he sends for y'all, when y'all go to meet up with him, you see Walker, and then you see 2 additional individuals. One of which is albino aborigine, really tall and lithe, slender build, and that would be Moses. You know him because he's part of Mako's gang. He's immediately smiling at y'all, and he's like, "Hello, everyone." Greet y'all as y'all come, and the other's pretty big, typical biker-looking mutant, almost a pickish nose, and always has glasses over covering his eyes. Rumor has it that his eyes are pretty fucked up looking. Got a little mohawk. And that would be Dunny. He's pretty much you know in Mass too. He's a fellow enforcer. He's pretty much no nonsense type of attitude. It's like, whatever the boss says goes. It's pretty short, direct to the point. But the 2 of them are standing in the background. They greet you as y'all come in. Ultimately, Mako approaches, and Walker's there beside him, and he's like, "Good, you finally come. Things are getting out of control here. So I've got a job for you."
Well, what's the job, Walker?
Oh, it's Mako.
Oh.
Man. I've had enough of bandit shit. So I've heard all kinds of rumors. They gave old Lincoln the shakedown, took his water. Haven't seen him in 2 days. Got a feeling they took him too. We got to take care of this situation. He looks to Walker and he goes, "I thought I did. Found a solution, I did. But my peoples haven't come back." And basically goes to explain, says, "Walker here is out on his own. He's found a spot with as much water as you could drink. Clean, cool water. The place is run over by ghouls, it looks like. I sent in a group, and y'all remember their lack of presence in the Ark, but there's some of his crew that y'all haven't seen in a while for about the past week." And he's like he says, "They should have been back by now. He says, I want you lot to go out there and find out what happened to them. Get the water."
As much water as we can drink, you say? I can drink quite a bit, I can imagine. At least a bowlful. 2 bowlfuls if I'm really thirsty.
It's like, if the tales be true, we'll be set for life.
Mask goes to rub his head and it clanks against his plastic mask. Can't rub his face through his mask anymore. Good.
Mask goes on to explain a little bit on his own. Get y'all back. Somebody move y'all on top of Halo. He's all like, yes, I've seen the place. We stalkers call it the Pure Plant. This is not very far from here. They seem to, the ghouls there seem to have some way of making the water palatable. I can show you the way, but I have other business in the zone. And he goes on to describe a location down southwesty.
Oh shit. We're gonna have to go by the crocodile. Oh shit. No, maybe not quite. He's a little further south.
Yeah, as he explains the location and about the area itself, Mako kind of tries to ease your tension or any apprehension you might have. He goes, "Don't worry, I won't make the same mistake I made last time. You lot are going in with extra help." I can never remember how to do Mako's voice. Right, you Sheilas, yeah, that's right. He's all good or like this. He's like, you lot are gonna have extra hands to help. So if you don't already know, this here's Dunny. And Dunny steps up forward and just kind of like looks confused, like, why am I here? And he nods at you and he's like, oh, you cunts. Says, of course, everyone in my gang knows old Moses here. It's kind of disturbing to see a really white-skinned guy that you can tell is actually black. Albino Aborigine is really kind of... He's just like, all you got to tell me is, when do we leave? And he's like, cheerful and stuff. He's a chronicler, by the way. Dunny's an enforcer. Like, these two are going to add us extra set of hands or two with you. As Walker said, he'll show you the way. You should be all right getting there. Just find out what happened to me first crew. Secure the water. Do what you have to. Kill the ghouls. Talk to them, whatever. Make them run. We needs that water.
We know anything about these ghouls?
Y'all know about zone ghouls. Pretty much tales told of when the sun goes down, the zone ghouls creep out. They're kind of like a offshoot of you ever seen Omega Man with Charles Preston, where they had all the nighttime vampire type creatures?
Yeah, similar to the remake with Will Smith.
Yeah, zone ghouls are called appropriately zone ghouls because they don't really like sunlight. It damages their skin if they're out for prolonged periods of time. And they're real sneaky, and there's all kinds of tales told about them, about being bloodthirsty cannibals and stuff like that. They're definitely like a degenerate offshoot of y'all. The fact that supposedly the tales tell that they have a way of making drinkable water, that or it's already there, it's kind of tell. Well, one thing that's apparently for certain is that they're there because the first crew hasn't come.
Will this path that he shows us take us through Lockjaw's turf?
Yeah, that's how as we draw to a close. Mechanic-wise, Walker will get you there, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll transition over to getting to the plant. What happens in the plant and your trip home, easy on your own.
On Boz.
So,
There's a follow-on question there, Mako. Have you got any bullets, mate?
He kind of like lets out a guffaw, like he was already expecting you to ask that. He's like, you know I wouldn't send nobody in empty-handed. This was my old pal here, Walker. And he goes to pat him on the shoulder, and Walker immediately flinches away like he doesn't want to be touched. And he's like, Walker. He's like, old Walker here's been out of the zone already. Got us a special reserve supply. It's like, we'll make sure you're strapped, packed, and ready to rock and roll.
plus we get all that stuff we took from the beasts, right?
Yeah.
If we wanted it, like if everybody wanted to get a sidearm or something like Clanker, that might be appropriate for him, so he can shoot from a distance.
Take one of those. Well, I can't shoot for shit. So, but I mean, if we have leftover scrap revolver, then.
So far, have you all taken off of your own personal reserves? Is that correct?
Yep.
Or
Right.
bullets.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's what somebody wants to add that to one of their sheets. That currently what you have off of spoils: 6 bullets, 8 grub, 6 water.
We should just let somebody. We should let Boz just collect all that, so it just on one character sheet. Maybe.
All right. And each of you needs to roll 2 dice 6 3 times. The first roll is bullets, the second roll is grub, and the last roll is water. Damn, Saccharin got bullets for days, man. Clanker got food out the butt.
Fucking hoarding.
So you just add that to the sheet.
Yeah, add that to your personal character sheets.
Should I roll for Boz as well, or just use that for Boz?
Yeah, go ahead and do Buzz.
So that's how many bullets we got. The first one.
First one's bullets, second one's grub, last one's water.
All right.
Okay, there's figgies.
And we're back at full health now.
Yeah, you'll be at full health.
Okay.
This would be the second part of, remember when I told Zypher, hey, remind me of a... Now he's playing Boz as well as Saccharin.
Uh-huh.
Dunny and Moses, basically in my mind, since Fig Jam controls Dammit, Dunny and Moses would be available for Ghost and Tet. So if Ghost wanted to take Dunny, you in turn would have somebody maybe melee oriented, and Tet, you could learn how to play a chronicler
Sure.
with Moses.
That's fine.
Chroniclers have an inspire skill, which is kind of handy. Go ahead. Johnny will be Ghost. Moses. Ted. I gave access. I just don't know if y'all can do it or if y'all need fresh or whatever, but y'all can look them over.
Yeah, I'll look at her.
Remember to heal up Damit's health too if you haven't already done it, Fig.
Yep.
Yeah, but as the scene ends here, he's like telling y'all that he wants y'all to go out, and if y'all protest, if y'all don't protest, is up to y'all. Assuming that you do, he's basically saying that Walker's going to take you to the pure plant. When you get there, he says, find the other team, and either way, alive or dead, and by all means, take the pure plant. They need it.
Then Clanker has to figure out how to plummet from there to here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Mass looks at Sacred. Well, they chose the right guys. Being so
macho guys.
macho. Yeah, they kind of like say it at the same time. He says, "Boy, jinx, mate."
Well, I hope Boss can learn a few tricks from Walker here. That shithead keeps getting us in trouble.
He's got a good bite, at least.
Yes, I've heard that. But I was cowering underneath the car. I couldn't see it much.
You just stay back. You let Mass do the fighting.
Seems like I must let Mask do the talking as well, Mask.
Well, now see, when we get the zone wrestling going, Mask has his gimmick with the hockey mask, and then I think we make Macho Saccharin sort of the Don King of the mutant wrestling world.
He can be my valet.
Don King, you say? That's a lot of titles in one word if I call myself Don King Macho Saccharin. Big Jam, you really do know how to crash a guy.
Two quick things, and then we can. I was just saying 2 quick things, and then we can draw it to a final close. Assuming since that you had a little bit of time beforehand, if you want to do another project roll, you can. I will allow you the doing Boz or Saccharin. So if you want to try to actually do the pigsty with Boz, you could attempt to know the zone.
Yeah, let's try that. Know the zone.
Anybody want to assist him, or y'all want to try your own thing on the project list, or?
Oh, I'll help whatever Saccharin's doing.
Oh God.
You're not gonna try to do zone wrestling?
Oh yeah, I'll do zone wrestling. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll assist Boz there.
Because Boz is doing the pigsty.
Yeah.
The thing is, I may be better helping. I may be better doing my own role for. Well, Ted will probably nail this on his own. Actually, let me see how these rolls pan out, and then I'll see what I want to do.
You said Fig Jam was helping Boz?
Yep.
Okay, add 1 modification die. Go ahead and roll 1 mod die there, Fig Jam. Did you roll it, Fig?
Raven.
What am I rolling?
Mod die. Mod dice. 1 mod die. It's basically your assist to the town. Alright. 1 point towards Pigsty. And who's doing zone?
Me.
You're gonna did a fight 1 point. Were you assisting or doing your own roll, Ghost?
I'll probably do my own role for zone wrestling because I have a decent fight.
Okay. Right. One project is done.
There was much rejoicing. Yay!
Somebody give me a die 6 roll. Let's go ahead and just Ghost finished it, but go ahead and let him do it.
Do it.
Alright.
Not very good.
That's one project done now. You get your rumor, go out and about, get rumors about fighting, like don't fight the guards, take your out aggression here, you might win Sunday. Bullets, possibly even water. Starts to take off. Even some of Yaka's guards like the idea of zone wrestling. Keeps them in shape. Hones their skills.
Come fight the macho.
Sack her and come fight the fixer. But we will actually end with, as if, like I said, as he's telling y'all, filling you out about the mission, and I'm assuming y'all all accept. He's giving you details, and he's got all, he's giving out provisions to everybody, bullets and waters, and he's like, don't let anybody see this, especially the water. He says, well, get a good night's sleep. He says, y'all head out on a walk of his, anxious to get back out in the zone. Unbeknownst to anybody, you notice the little flap to wherever enclosed area that y'all are currently grouped in opens up, and just sauntering in is... You hear the voice before you see it. It's just like, right then, brother. I just finished basically I just finished doing what it is. All my chores for the day. I'm ready to go eat. And she just stops, and the scene will end with her locking eyes with Clanker.
Oh, God.
And zooms to her face where she's like all wide-eyed, and I'm assuming it cuts back to Clanker, whose expression is...
Fuck.
And cuts back to her, and her eyes narrow, and cheek begins to grin. She's smitten.
Oh no!
And she's just that whole look of admiration, and she just grins. So the screen just fades to that.
Oh.
Time to get married, Clanker.
Oh no. Oh no. I should have let you keep the bear. Hindsight's 2020. Shit.
I'm the old school